of them I heard did.
King ISO was on that West Paul Bennett.
Okay.
He rules.
Hey, welcome y'all to Tech N9ne. Allow me to introduce myself.
What if Tech N9ne kept trying to rhyme Deck One Dealt?
Deck N9ne?
Yeah.
Deck N9ne with a.
He would definitely rhyme like he would definitely.
Deck N9ne. I forget myself when I wreck myself with that.
He would definitely say like something about my pec, one belts.
He would say wreck myself.
Wreck myself. You know, he's got to
check. He's got to check my belt.
When you look at my bank account, respect my wealth. You know that type of shit.
Respect my wealth.
And check
you
my
the kind of motherfucker to hang yourself with a belt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hang yourself with a belt.
He could say something about press the felt. You know, some shit like
yeah. Less
lesser wealth.
Less than smelt. What would that be like? Less than smelting metals would I don't know. What up, Vinnie Mac?
Vinnie Mac, my man.
The motherfucking
the blonde baby and Derek Bruno.
We got a lot of people waiting in the chat.
All right, you ready?
Dude, yeah, we got to go live. We got people waiting, man.
All right, hit it.
Talking about Tech N9ne.
Is it the end of the world?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
It is the end of the world. And it's also the beginning of a brand new, solid, juggalo world for us all to enjoy.
Welcome. This is Tech N9ne. We're back.
Bruh. What is good?
We're back, man.
We are. We're back like a vertebrae after a short vacay.
Welcome, y'all. My name is Kyle, a.k.a. Keezy, and these are my best friends.
Hey, what's up? This is just Chris, also known as Sly, Genocide, Slizza, or just Chris.
Genocide, a god among men.
You got it.
You know,
Derek Lotus. Derek Lotus in his heyday at one time. You know?
Yeah. Carver Law, y'all. How y'all doing?
Many names. Yep. The king, the conspiracy king, Carver Law.
I'm in that conspiracy world, y'all.
Jugga Baby, Special Keys.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of conspiracies, have you been looking into this UFO? Have you been keeping up on the UFO shit? I know this isn't a UFO podcast, and I'm coming in hot right off the bat with UFO shit.
We're not a UFO podcast, and I have been keeping up on the UFO podcast or UFO.
The UFO
I've been
shit?
keeping up on the UFO news, but I am not a believer, so
okay. Well,
it doesn't convince me.
Well, y'all, I'm not going to go into it because I could talk all podcasts about this, but there's new shit like people are talking about where there's this new footage of this. There's two angles. It's a satellite angle from above, and it's also an angle from a drone following this airplane. It's like a 757, like big aircraft. It's like a heat signature view, right?
Okay.
From the drone.
And this drone, why was the drone just happen to be following?
That's the thing. That's the thing. But here it is. There's two different views. One's a satellite, and then the drone is also following it.
Okay.
While on both of these views, 3 orbs start following the airplane. On both, I know, both views. Three orbs follow it, and then the airplane disappears into like a black portal.
Really?
Oh wow.
The airplane
vanishes.
disappears into a black portal.
Yes.
It was probably like, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
But it's speculated that footage is from, get this, drum roll this shit right
AI?
here. No, it is from the missing Malaysian plane.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I thought you were about to go on some crazy shit, like you were going to be like, it is from the footage they have is from Independence Day, the movie, and I was going to be like, oh shit, someone figured that out. See? I knew.
I lost it.
Or
I've heard about the. I remember the plane thing. Yeah.
They say it's the Malaysian plane.
The Malaysian plane.
God,
well, look,
that disappeared back in like 2014 or whatever it was.
if that's the case, like. Step your game up, aliens. You know what I mean? Like that's what you're doing with your
they're
infinite
vanishing
power,
planes.
With your infinite power,
But
you're
look
taking
into
planes.
it. Look into it. There's some important people that were on that plane.
Who was in who? Like who?
Like scientists.
Was
and
Kobe
shit.
on that plane? No. Then I don't give a fuck what happened.
He
to that
was.
plane. No, he wasn't.
Look, this is
He
all,
was.
that
dude.
was not the plane
Kobe was on that plane.
This is all good.
Kobe was on that plane.
Yeah, you didn't know that it's a clone that was in the helicopter.
Look, this is all good. This is all good. But let's talk about flat Earth.
No,
That's
no.
where we
See,
really need to go.
I don't believe it because Carver didn't tell me. If Carver would have told me, I would have believed it. You're not.
all right.
He's not. He's
Look,
the one-
I'm going to
he's
tell
the
you this
expert.
right now. Bill Cooper said this 20 years ago when the government will eventually start trying to convince you UFOs are real,
Yeah.
but it's all a fucking
Yes,
sham.
I know, man. I'm into it.
Wait.
all a
All right,
fucking
listen.
sham.
I'm sorry to, pun intended, alienate all of our fans, but that's not where I wanted to go today.
Well, no, I mean it's cool.
Yeah,
it kind of fits
yeah.
because on the cover of Bliss, Tech N9ne is kind of like hovering over the crowd, alien-esque a little
He
bit.
is.
Everybody's
So I'm just
getting
saying-
into it, man. If it's popular,
Man.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
If it's a
We know, we
if
know.
it's a popular belief among the public, I'm out.
I know.
I'm
dude.
not in.
As soon as the
I know.
popular picks
It's
it up, you're like, okay, now I know it's
done.
fake.
I'm done. Your alphabet and numbers. I don't know.
That's why
I
as
don't
soon
learn
as
that.
that's why as soon as this guy saw Drake wearing a Ringmaster jersey, he said, "Fuck ICP." I heard him say that.
he literally only drinks toilet out of the back of the toilet bowl, only because that's just not what other people do.
That's where I shit. That's you know what I
exactly.
mean?
Yeah, he's like, I shit in one half and I divide it
The
off
upper
and I
decker,
drink
man.
from the other.
Hey,
It's
what-
all about the upper decker.
Hey, what did you think of Drake in the Ringmaster jersey?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what we're talking about?
No.
Man, you got to get
This
on
was the
socials,
talk of the
bro.
Juggalo world last
This was,
week.
man.
This guy was out of town or whatever, though.
Yeah.
Please show me because
Drake. Well, here's the whole thing. Post Malone is a juggalo. Post
Okay.
Malone for a long time, not ironically, has worn ICP
That
gear.
doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. He not ironically
Yeah.
has worn ICP gear. Well, there's a photo of him with like Jekyll. Like he's always done that. So a lot of people were.
I've seen that. Is that a real picture of
Yes,
him with
all
the
of those. Yeah, he
that's
has like,
a real picture.
Yeah, he has like
Okay.
4 or 5 different clothing times
Okay.
he's been taking shots of him in Juggalo clothing.
Okay.
So he like is legit a fan, but like people saw this Drake photo, and I
No
remember,
fucking way.
Yeah.
Is that real?
Yeah, that's real.
No fucking
I remember
way.
a lot of people saying that the reason he did that was to get respect from juggalos, and I was
No
like,
fucking
what?
way.
He posted this on
No.
Instagram last week.
Yeah.
No way.
This was on
This
his
is
Insta.
real?
This
Yeah.
is real. Yeah.
No
on his
fucking
Insta.
way.
Yeah, this was on his Instagram, bro. Absolutely. No, like Post
Okay.
Malone is real.
So what? So why?
Yeah, there's like photos of all kinds
Okay,
of different
I've
people.
seen that. So that is real.
That postie is real, yeah, and there's a lot of other ones too. If you type in Post Malone, like Google,
Wait.
Post Malone-
Hold on. What the fuck is that? Coolio with a hatchet man?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Coolio has a hatchet.
That
man
is
on
not
his arm.
real.
No, that is real.
This is all. You're
Coolio
fucking
got a
with
hatchet
me.
man.
You
Coolio
guys are
came-
fucking with me.
No,
Fuck you
bro.
guys.
No, bro, we're not. This is all real. I swear to God, bro.
You expect me to believe this shit in this world of AI images?
Bro,
and
this
shit?
is not AI. And
I'm
of course,
supposed to
Steve-O.
believe it.
Of course,
I believe
Steve-O has it.
Steve-O, of course.
Well, because you saw a video, like, bro, you can look all this shit up.
What about that one? You know that one, right?
Yeah, that one's legendary. That's like an old school one.
That's real. I never knew.
Yes.
I never knew if that was real or not.
Yes, bro. All of these are real. Like,
Are you
motherfuckers are
kidding
repping.
me?
But the reason I think Drake is doing it is more of like a fashion thing. Like, say, it's like ironic. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like, he's
Yes.
doing it because that jersey looks dope as fuck.
He's gonna
but it's
make
also
ICP stuff
ironic.
like hard to find and
No way,
and expensive.
dude.
Yeah,
doing
because
shit like
if he's
this.
doing
Coolio
it ironic,
had
people
a
are going to get it. Cool kids are going to get it just to be ironically cool. Like
Mr.
Drake,
Grease,
and that's why.
Mr. Grease said he called about. He said that looks like an AliExpress boy.
The main thing that, like, okay, whatever, rock, whatever.
Yeah.
Coolio having a hatchet man is the thing that blows my mind.
Why is that surprising? You say he toured with them and he was down with them.
Yeah,
I
bro.
can't believe
Coolio is
it.
cool. Yeah, Coolio's definitely
No,
down with the
no,
clowns,
Cool.
bro.
I love the fact that Coolio. I'm just fucking with you. Coolio having a hatchet man is the dopest shit ever.
I mean, you
but,
have
like,
to think like Coolio has as many dreads as the Hatchet Man does. Like, he's just got like 2 little bunches of dreads on his head.
What's
'cause
that
he's like,
shit?
He kind of has like an alopecia thing going on.
Oh, this is a picture of my homeboy Scott. Shout out to our
in
homeboy Scott.
Australia or something.
No,
wasn't
he's
it?
in. Oh, this says wordplay. Whoops, my bad. My homeboy Scott, he went on his honeymoon to Sweden or some shit, and he put a
Yeah.
Deck Wendell sticker on a pole.
Oh,
That's
nice.
lit,
bro.
So, yeah, bro.
That's the shit, bro.
That's cool,
Thank
right?
you. Yeah, see, das in Sweden, you know?
Yes, give
So
some sweet.
all of our new Sweden fans, welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Like, I know that there's tons of you pouring in from Sweden.
You all saw that sticker and were like, I gotta know more.
You know,
Deck Wendell.
while you're here, also check out, DC Fago guy and Vinnie Mac. You know,
Oh, yeah.
just high recommendations for all our
Absolutely.
new Sweden people
Check
and
them shit
Replicon Radio and all that.
Oh
too.
yeah.
Because we know there's hundreds of you, so check out those too. All right, but anyway,
No, that's cool though. Drake with the Ringmaster jersey. I don't know if I'll ever get that image out of my head.
Yeah, like,
I mean, it's literally burned in my head. I can't fucking believe it.
Yeah, Posty, like I said, is the only one that I know is like really actually into ICP.
Now I've heard of talk. I've heard rumblings that he's going to be at the Gathering right next year.
Post Malone,
Yeah.
nah, they couldn't afford him.
You don't think so?
No way in hell.
So if he's
No
that
way
down,
in
he
hell,
wouldn't
no.
do it for like a discount.
I would think he would, but you have to think Malone is not running his own shit. He's signed to a label, and you're an employee, and when you're on a label, and so that label is going to set your prices.
I didn't know he was.
And
signed.
even if he was
I thought he was like independent, dude.
Nah, he's definitely signed.
Okay.
I'd have to see who he's signed to, but yeah,
I don't know about
he's
I
big
know
enough-
Post Malone obviously, but I don't know like the ins and outs of like if they're signed or if they're just independent fame. I mean, I don't know that.
He's with Mercury Records, which is signed under Republic.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, granted, he is like a real like he took that label and like basically like elevated them again because he's such a blow up success. But at the same time, like.
Now, isn't Shaggy a fan of Post Malone? Hasn't he gone and met him and shit?
I'm sure.
Yeah, he took. I think he took one of his kids to go see him and like met him and shit.
Okay.
Look, here's
the worlds do cross, man, because Post Malone, he is a very talented musician. He makes shit that like juggalos like, you know what I mean? And a lot of his fan base is like the poorer crowd, which a lot of juggalos are poor.
Here's what we've talked about this before on the show. I think I showed my daughter the picture of Drake because she knows I'm a juggalo and she's a Drake fan. So I was like, look at this. She's like, what?
Yeah.
Even that blew her mind. So, but here's here's the way I explained it to her is like, it's ironically like cool at this point to have an ICP shirt. Like they've been around for 30 years. It's like. It's like us wearing a Beatles shirt or something like that.
Kind of. Yeah, well,
to kids.
Here's the whole thing. Like, there's an old clip that goes around, and I think this relates in the exact same way, where there's this dude and there's this girl wearing a Nirvana shirt, and she's sitting on a porch, and he's playing Teen Spirit, by far the most popular Nirvana song. And he's like, what do you think of this band? She's like, I mean, they're all right. And he's like, do you like them? And she's like, yeah, kind of. I don't know. And he's like, so, what's your favorite Nirvana song? And she's like, I like them all or whatever. And then it's like you're listening to a Nirvana, and you don't recognize their most known song. A lot of times people just wear that shit because it makes you look cool.
Yeah,
I think in his sense, because
at
he's
this
so
point,
rich.
At my old age, by the way, that doesn't bother me anymore.
Right? No.
I don't care about that.
Yeah, but like I think in Dre's sense, like it's 100%. It's just fashion irony.
Yeah,
he knows who ICP is. Everyone knows who ICP is, and just like you said, it's just like They've created such a legacy, and a lot of that legacy has been meme worthy too. You know what I mean? I think that adds to it.
Yeah, of course.
Who's the guy that sings "Waiting on the World to Change"? Waiting on the world to change.
I don't know that. No.
Okay, so
I know that song. But,
that guy's he's a famous pop artist, but he was such a fan of Grateful Dead that he wanted to play guitar for him. So he plays guitar for
John Mayer.
John Mayer plays guitar for the Dead and Company, which is Grateful Dead without Jerry Garcia.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that might be kind of the same thing. You know what I mean?
Oh,
You've got like a pop artist that like just kind of likes this group that's been around for so long.
Especially when they're younger than that group's career. Like that group has been around since it's been in the ether since they could hear. You know?
Right.
So it's just a kid liking this group they grew up on. They knew was just in the ether everywhere. You know? So I can see it, but it still fucking blows my mind, dude.
Yeah.
I can't help it. See Drake with a fucking Ringmaster jersey.
Yeah,
I still can't
cool.
believe
Even
it.
if you don't know their music, it's just like fashionable to wear these older shirts because it's just like when we were kids. Like if you were in high school and you had those kids who were kind of like, I like Pink Floyd and the Beatles,
right?
But it was like a hip thing to do,
of course.
Now,
and I remember seeing kids like wearing these like. When I was in 5th grade, I remember kids wearing like gigantic. You could tell it was like their dad's Pink Floyd shirt or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's cool because it shows your generation. I know the older stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not just young. I'm older in my years. You know, I'm mature.
But another thing,
I think that's the image that it. When you're young, bro, it's all about image. I don't give a shit what anyone says. When you're a teenager, it's all about image.
But I wouldn't doubt it's them setting up for the future. They know that like how rapidly the music industry changes. The Gathering is a payday.
Yeah.
The Gathering, like, say if you're like a famous artist on Hard Times, The Gathering's a payday.
Well, yeah. I mean, The Gathering is, in my opinion, the top of the bottom tier rap festivals. And I don't mean bottom tier as in like in value. I have more fun at The Gathering, I guarantee, than I'd have at any fucking festival. But what I mean by that is like financially, you're not going to have like 10,000 people at The Gathering watching your concert. You know what I mean? You're looking at more like 1,000 to 2,000 people watching your show, you know? Mm-hmm. But if you're an underground musician or someone who's famous who has kind of fallen off and you can't pull those big numbers anymore, you're doing clubs again and venues again, that's a fucking amazing opportunity. Yeah. And that's why I like The Gathering in its current format more than I like the old. The old gatherings were amazing when we had like a lot more big acts come. But I like this
where
like
they're current big acts.
Yeah, but I like this where they're giving more of a platform to underground artists that don't have those platforms to go to big festivals.
And more old school, like let's bring in like, some
Sugar Hill Gang.
KRS-One type shit.
Yeah, exactly. These are people who are fucking dope, but they're not selling out stadiums. You know what I mean? So, and they're not getting invited to big festivals. But I like that better. And we're getting these new acts like Lardy B. She's been around for a while, but now she's getting into the Juggalo fold. You've got like really underground works like Clockwork and shit that like are blowing up. And I think that's dope as fuck. That's way tighter than like when Bubba Sparks or fucking, Ghetto Boys or whatever, Now, look, I love Ghetto Boys.
And I think the music industry understands that when you win over a Juggalo crowd, it's like a magical thing because when a Juggalo crowd is feeling you and you do your performance, the performers get that energy. Oh, dude, and it's like one of their best performances.
I think I look at the Juggalo at The Gathering as like literally the Apollo theater of festivals. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you got to come and that crowd is about to judge you, but if you win them over, you've got a fan base that will loyally follow you around and support you for the rest of your career.
And that's why
as long as you're loyal to them. But if you fail, man, you're gonna fucking fail hard.
But that's why I'm wondering why some of these bigger artists are like rocking that shit. Is they're like, yo, I'm setting up for when I know I'm not going to be like the biggest thing, and I can work myself into that world.
I think that
I think it's more just them kind of almost showing respect to ICP for being in the game for this long.
Yeah. Honestly, I would put it more in the camp of he saw it and said, "Yo, that's a dope ass jersey." that's really the more that I'd put it in.
He's probably like, "Watch, I'm gonna get these fucking idiots to start wearing ICP shirts." That's probably what his line of thinking was.
Yeah, because facts are facts. Drake is set up to the point now just from fucking residuals, he never has to make another song and he's set for life. He's rich for life. Of course. That dude's residuals are going to pay off millions and millions, like hundreds of millions a year.
Like we were talking about it before the show, like Eminem has Lose Yourself. That gets played everywhere.
Yeah, on all kinds of stadiums and shit like that.
That gets played at sports events and everything. Yeah. What gets played at, what is Drake's song like that?
Hotline Bling?
Yeah.
Because I don't even know. I can't even.
Yeah, that little beat. Yeah, I don't know enough.
I can't tell you.
I like it when
it's mainstream. I'm an expert in underground here.
I only like it. I only like it when it's to the Wii Shop theme.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? And like he's like singing Hotline Bling to it.
No,
Hotline Bling. It's awesome.
I don't know shit about Drake. And I don't know. There's not one. I can't think of anything about Drake that has anything comparable to Lose Yourself.
Yeah. Oh no. Lose Yourself is like. I mean, that's like raps living on a prayer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Literally.
Yeah.
Like it's like everyone knows it. Everyone loves it. It won a fucking Oscar. Dude, how many rap songs have won an Oscar? One.
Every single stadium is
Bones
going to pay
Grammy,
money for that song just so when their team is losing, they can play it on halftime as like a way to tell them, hey, come on, guys, we got to pick it up. We got to do better this second round. You got to lose yourself in the,
Oh, yeah. A big win for Ohio, though, and especially Cleveland. Bone had a street corner named after him.
Oh, really? East 1999?
Oh, yeah. There was like literally a crowd of people from Cleveland like looking at this dude changing the sign and shit. And I was thinking about that dude. He was like some white construction worker and like nothing but a crowd of like, Cleveland, hood ass dude. He's up there like, I better do this shit right. Man, I was like, dude, I'd be sweating, but that shit is dope as fuck,
really?
Man.
There was someone, I can't remember who it was, but there was some cat who was about to have a street named after him in New York. They invited him out to the ceremony and shit, and then he hits back and he's like, yeah, you don't have to pay me to show up. So the street was like, fuck it, we're not naming it after you anymore.
Wow.
And they took it from him and named it like, they named it Hip Hop Way, I think is what they
cool.
named it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's both.
I'd have to look up that story, but-
East 1999 or whatever that street is on Cleveland. They rap about. They named it after Bone.
That's
now.
cool.
Yeah, so they got a street in Cleveland now.
I mean, Bone earned their place in
Dude,
hip-hop
Bone.
history.
Yeah, to me, Bone is one of my favorite rap groups of all time. You know, to me, it's my NWA really.
They're pioneers for
yeah,
sure.
it's my NWA. It's the generation after. I was a little young for
Yeah.
NWA, but you know I knew of them. But Bone was really my kind of
Bone's
that
shit,
ghetto
bro.
shit. You know
No, I hear you.
that
They
that
were-
truly ghetto hip hop.
Especially being in Ohio, it was like
Yeah.
everyone knew of Bone
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, because we had kind of gotten on that conversation because we were talking about the before we get on to tech, like that Eminem Melly Mel battle. Good
Oh, yeah.
God, man.
Oh man, that shit.
Good
man, I could
God.
beat Eminem, and it'd be the easiest thing I ever did, bro.
Yeah, Eminem like jokingly made his little verse. That Melly Mel shit was embarrassing, bro. That was one
was
of the
watching-
worst responses I've ever seen.
It was like a 20-minute reaction video where it was like a bunch of YouTubers reacting to that.
Yeah,
They were
yeah,
like,
yeah.
all right, let's see what Melly Mel's got. And it was just like clip after clip of
Yeah.
people reacting to it going like, oh my God, what the
fuck? Yeah, my boy No Life Shaq, he rehearsed to it. Or
No Life
reacted
Shaq,
to
I
it.
think he's a YouTuber, right?
Yeah, he's the shit. He's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
gigantic, bro. Like
Yeah, I've
like,
seen him.
famous as far as YouTube goes. You know what I mean? He's YouTube famous. But yeah, he reacted to it, and yeah, that shit was hilarious, man.
Yep.
He did a really
Look up No Life Shaq because I think I've watched a lot of his shit. I can't remember their names. I watch reactions all the fucking time, but
Yeah, like
is he funny? Is like a real funny dude?
yeah, he's like a southern kind of black dude who has like a very
he's the one-
very unique.
if he's the
like,
one I'm thinking, yeah.
verbal
Oh yeah,
delivery,
No Life
yeah.
Shaq is hilarious.
he's the shit. Yeah,
Yes,
he's
I
the
watched
goat
many-
of reactors in my.
I was
opinion.
watching him like 4 years ago, like 3 or 4
Yeah,
years
same.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah, he kills shit. Like, and
I didn't even
reacts
know
to
he
a
had
lot of dope
dreads
shit.
now. Damn, he's got dreads now.
Yeah, he's making bank, bro. I mean, you
Yeah.
He's
got
got
think,
4 million subscribers.
Yeah, dude, I was
he's
watching him.
making
He's reacted to Tool and shit. I think
He's just a lovable dude. He's always positive. Like even when he hates, he'll laugh about it. He'll say like, "Yo, this ain't it. This ain't it."
Yeah, no,
You know what I
he's
mean?
funny
Like,
as fuck,
and he's
though.
hilarious. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he
got
is.
like a really addictive personality and like delivery and shit.
yeah, he's got
the
great
shit.
energy. He's a great fucking dude to watch. His reaction because I've watched a lot.
Yeah,
of
have y'all
reaction
seen that
shit.
new Shaggy Hex video?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, that shit is sick, bro. Like,
dope?
You
I
want
dig
to
it, yeah.
react?
Let's react.
Yeah.
Let's do this shit. Live reaction, bro. There we go. Let's do this shit. I've already seen it, but I love Hex. You know what I mean?
What's that beat already? That's
C17,
familiar.
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, get out of here.
C17 rep it.
Shit.
That's an ICP beat.
Telling
isn't
you,
it?
bro.
Is it?
That's an old school ICP beat.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, it's like an old West Coast sound and shit.
No, that's off Carnival.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That sample.
Oh, I already like this old school sounding.
Yeah, that's
Fuck
what I'm
yeah,
saying, bro.
West-
This is dope.
yeah, fucking
Hex is
Cadillac.
shit, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. See, y'all. I'm gonna get them hip, y'all. I'm gonna get them hip to that C17. You know what I mean?
Chat, tell us what this sample is. This is a Carnival sample. I'm just not coming to my head right now.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to like pick it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is definitely Carnival. Yeah.
I'm guessing this is a Shaggy the Airhead beat.
That's by Clay.
Oh yeah, shit. Good point. Yep.
This you can hear it.
Yeah, this has that West Coast play.
This is
Yeah,
Clay.
right? For sure, definitely Clay.
Dude, Clay is the shit. I wish they'd
Yeah.
use him more.
Well, Hex is a perfect fit for Clay. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like, because he's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Shag kills it too,
Man,
bro.
Shaggy's looking kind of fit. Did Shaggy lose his gut at
Looks like it.
And at the
Stays in
gathering,
shape,
it
bro.
looked like he was doing a little better, man. Because I remember he was getting a little husky down there. It looks like he's doing good, healthy.
Yeah, this shit is nasty.
Vinnie Mac, this is Hex. Another day.
Yeah, you got to know about Hex, bro. Because I'm telling you, bro, he's the truth.
yo.
Bro.
Hey,
Talk about Hex, man. I stand by that. Hex is the truth. And Darby's growing on me. It's just like mood music, and Ouija's growing on me too, bro. Yeah, bro. I'm telling you.
This shit fucking rules.
Both of all that shit is tight ass music when you're riding around, bro. Just good riding music.
Keys the tech question. A little bit of headphones here.
Yeah.
Can you?
Oh yeah, turn.
Yeah, you want to go turn up a
'cause
little?
I can't hear shit. No, I can't hear myself at all. I don't know how loud or low I'm being. Check, 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 check.
Yeah.
A little bit more. Check, 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 check. Yeah, there we go. Right there.
Better?
Yep.
Mike checking over the reaction.
This song rules. The video is dope as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
I'm in approval of this shit for sure.
Yeah.
Loving it. Who is that driving? That guy looks familiar. Is that Buckshot? I thought it looked right.
I thought it looked like Manny for a
It did
minute.
for a second.
One of the homies at Hex, I'm guessing.
I'm assuming they're in. Where are they at shooting this? Shaggy out in L.A. or are they in Cali or are they in Detroit?
Oh, that looks like L.A., bro.
I don't know. I'm not seeing any palm trees.
Well, no, yeah, you
Hex,
might be right.
Hex, I think, is from Arizona.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
church. This is a West Coast feel. You know what I mean? Yeah, West Coast. But yeah, Arizona is West Coast, I guess. It's
I mean, West Coast enough.
West Coast enough, yeah. You don't have no coast.
If you're
but it's
rapping from
enough.
there, you're West Coast.
Yeah. But yeah, see, that shit is tight, man.
That shit was very, very dope.
Yeah. See, y'all like some C17 shit at least.
I like that song.
Yeah, well, when you hear more shit from Hex, you'll like that shit too.
I'm gonna take everything that's fed to me from C17 on a piece by piece basis.
Okay.
That song gets my mushroom stamp of approval. Anything else I've heard does not.
I think the video really helped that one.
That definitely did.
It was a dope ass video, but like,
If Shaggy wasn't on it, I wouldn't have even gave a fuck.
even when I wasn't getting on Team C17, like I still loved Hex, bro. You gotta love Hex, bro. No, look, I'm just saying, somebody here's got a fucking rep. And the thing is, the more I listen to it, the more I'm liking that shit. That's
He
all I'm
almost
saying, bro.
reminds me of just
That's all I'm
like
saying, bro.
you can't. He almost reminds me of like Exhibit. You know, you just like him because
yeah.
it's hard to not like that.
I got you. He's smooth. man.
Exhibit's a Detroit native, isn't he?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Exhibit's from Detroit.
Yeah, I
too.
need to give Demon Season a shot. That's Hex's
I think that's
chapter
why
17
him,
album.
I think that's why him and M were like so, like close and shit.
What are you looking up over there?
I'm looking up Exhibit's birthplace. Yeah,
okay.
he's from Detroit. Yep.
Was he really?
Really? I didn't know
He
that.
was he was built as a West
Detroit,
Coast
Michigan.
rapper, wasn't he?
Yeah, Detroit, Michigan.
I
Well,
didn't know
he was
that.
he was
He
just
rolled
built as
with
a
Dre and
lyricist.
shit.
Yeah.
He was part of the new metal era, and that was like where he really blew up is because he was a rapper that was interacting with the new metal era.
Yeah.
So like he was cool going on tour with Korn. He was fine doing a song with Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
Most other rappers weren't, and I think that's really where Exhibit took off in the white community. You know what I mean? A lot of white people. Exhibit was like a white boys rapper.
Yeah.
There
He
wasn't
was
a lot of
dope.
hood motherfucker. He was very dope. I mean, he's an insane lyricist, but he's a white boys rapper. You know what I mean? Not a lot of hood dudes are riding around listening to Exhibit.
This
even in
white
his
boy
beat.
liked him.
Oh, I did too. I think
Me
he was
too.
a beast. But yeah, that's why he blew up and got so popular. That's why he got the gig to do, Pimp My Ride.
Pimp My Ride,
all
yeah.
that shit came from him interacting with what was popular at that time, which was new metal.
Yeah.
So
So
was the shit that like
is that what
the white kids
Is
liked
that what
it.
Eminem meant when he said X is one of his favorite rappers?
Probably.
Or
I mean,
was he
yeah.
talking about DMX?
Yeah, that's a good point, man. I would think he was talking about Exhibit because
Yeah.
like him and Exhibit are tight.
Okay.
Like all the new Detroit rappers have, I think, at this point reached a common mutual respect where they're like, it's we're all cool. Like Detroit versus everybody. Like they say, Detroit versus the world.
So let's ask this.
That's why ICP isn't going to hate on Eminem anymore.
Do you
they don't hate
think?
on
Do
him.
you
They keep it
ever
real,
think?
but-
Do you ever think, even if it's fucking 20 years from now, that ICP and Eminem will ever do anything together?
Nah, and I don't.
I think
that's-
Eminem's just too big.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't think it's at all out of disrespect or anything like that. Like, I don't think Eminem doesn't like them. And if you asked Eminem, if you were one of the lucky few to talk to Eminem and ask them, what do you think of ICP? He'd be like, yeah, all right. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't got a problem with him or nothing.
But
the thing
I
is,
know
like,
them dudes, man. I know
Eminem
them
is
dudes.
on, like, even famous people, you're lucky as fuck if you get to
Yeah.
talk to him.
Yeah.
Like, because he's an elite. Like, he's so
But,
famous.
but imagine someone like Eminem. Dude.
and I'm not sucking his dick.
You would
or
have to
nothing. I'm just
dre-
saying he's fucking crazy.
No,
famous.
you're right. He's like Elvis level. But
Yeah.
imagine, like, you want to go out and like mingle with the real world. You got to like dress up. You got to like hide yourself.
Yeah, I mean, and I've watched like little clips and shit like on YouTube and kind of looked into that. Like they have avenues to where they can lead a normal life. That's why they live in big cities. Like a lot of their time. Like in LA, you have 30 restaurants you can go to that literally will have rooms for celebrities.
It's just celebrity restaurants.
Yeah, so
mainly,
you don't. Yeah, you get pulled up to the back, you get out, let in. You're in a beautiful fucking room, but it is just for you. You are waited on by people who are trained not to ask you questions and shit. And they have those networks in big cities like New York and L.A. where you, the only place you really get noticed at where you can't avoid it is a club. There's no way to get around a club. That's why you're there, though. You know what I mean? To get drunk and party.
I don't know nothing about that.
But like restaurants, even when they go up to games, like they get led into the same fucking area the team's led into and get walked to their seats. You know what I mean? They don't have you can lead a bit of a normal life, I guess, where you're not bothered at least. You know what I mean? They have those avenues. I think M lives in Detroit though, doesn't he? Like outside of Detroit, like Royal Oak or something.
I don't know.
Dude, I don't know. I barely get noticed in my own house.
Yeah, I know. Jay still lives in Detroit. Or outside of Detroit. Both ICP does, but I don't know about Eminem. I think Eminem does. Sorry, everyone. I'm Googling it.
Google it.
Who cares?
I care. I care. Okay, I'm about representation. Yes, he lives in Clinton Township, Michigan. There you go.
I got this. I want to show off a little show and tell. Show and tell I got in the mail the other day.
Oh shit! What'd you get, dude? Oh shit!
I got this.
Oh shit! Oh okay.
Yeah.
It's Bliss. It's
Is it signed?
Ziggy Zoom
No.
Zoom. If we can get the Ziggy Zoom on.
Have you opened
this
it?
is
No.
Blaze's new.
But you know what?
comic book.
Hand that over to Carver. Hand that over to Carver. You can go ahead and open that one, man, if you want, because that one's for you, actually.
Oh, really?
Because I got my own right here, bro.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
So I would have got you one, Chris, but I pre-ordered these I pre-ordered these a couple months ago. Actually, I thought they were going to come sooner, but they didn't.
I'm glad it's still zoomed into my face so that you
Rob
can see
Humphrey.
my reaction.
Yeah.
Here lies Blaze, you dead.
So
homie.
I got the Blaze Your Dead Homie comic book. I listened to Juggalo Rewind. They interviewed Rob Humphrey, the writer of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was actually pretty interesting. He talked about how he wrote the comic. This is Blaze's origin story.
That's
Dope.
Sweet.
So
That's sweet.
like
So
some
old
actual
school.
fucking lore.
They say, and they even talk about it on their show. They say as you're reading it, like, oh, this page is from this song. This page is from this
okay,
song.
so this is actually this is lore. This
yes,
is canon.
They even asked Blaze, like, is this? Would you say this is your story? He said yes.
Okay, dope as fuck.
Yeah.
The homies over at Juggalo Rewind did an interview with Blaze. I know that.
Yeah,
too.
they've been killing it over there. Highly recommend. If you like our show, check them out for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
They
They're
interviewed
homies,
they interviewed Blaze, Rob Humphreys, Mike P, Fritz the Cat. Like
Yeah, all kinds
just
of
in this
big
last
names.
season when they talked about One
Yeah.
Less G in the Hood.
We got to start getting some of them on here. Bro.
Yo, anybody want to hit up Deck One Down? Yo,
Yeah.
hit us up. We'll do an interview.
We'll do an interview. You know what I'm saying? We'll do it.
Hey, look.
We ain't above begging. You know what I'm saying, baby? hit us up. We'll pay you.
Don't put any stock in us.
We'll send you a shirt. We'll send you a shirt.
If you can make it, it's cool.
if you can make.
Yo, hit up Deck One.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, no. Hold on. Foghorn. Yeah. There it is. All right.
Here you go. The art's pretty cool. Check it out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's not bad.
Who did the
Can't
artwork?
really see it.
His little brother.
It says I'm guessing
just playing.
I'm
It's
guessing
pretty good.
Austin
It's pretty good.
McKinley.
Okay, it's pretty good artwork.
There you go.
man.
Check it out if you want.
No, it's dope. I mean, any. I mean, I'm a fan of any artist. If you can
Oh
make,
shit! It's got ABK in it too. Okay.
if you can draw panels of different. I mean, if you can just literally lay out panels, I have respect for you.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's the same way as like creating an album. If you can create an album with like a fucking theme and I'll give you respect. You may not be my favorite, but I'll give you the actual respect for doing it.
Yo, I like that though. I do like that in the comic book, in the first panels, he's wearing his OG.
Oh, like the pantyhose?
Yeah,
That's
his
sweet.
OG costume. So it shows him like robbing a store and pulling the pantyhose over his head.
And you got to think, I'm not looking for like Jim Lee or Todd McFarlane
Yeah.
in like
And
an
then he's
ICP
like,
type
yeah,
shit.
and then he's like shot in
Yeah.
the head. So
Yeah.
then that creates his
Oh,
original OG
don't
look.
spoil it for everyone.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying it kind of it's legit. Yeah, if you want to buy it, buy it. I'm gonna
Show
spoil
it. Show it. Let him look through it.
Yeah, I won't spoil it for you guys.
That's cool though. It looked really cool.
We all
I'm
know
gonna
the
check it out.
Blaze story, though.
I'll check it out and give you a review next week.
Yeah, let's do that. You can photocopy all the pages.
Yeah, I will.
Which will be easy.
TechNoneDelt.com, you'll find it.
Exactly, and then we'll.
No one will have to buy it, and not because I don't care if Blaze gets any money, or if Rob Humphreys gets money, or if anyone gets money.
All right.
I want to
You're
pirate.
right. Good point. Good point. Let's reverse that. Guys, buy the comic book. It's cheap. You'll be putting money in great artists' pockets.
So whoever the
Buy the
artist
comic
is,
book.
I'll give them. They're great cartoonists.
Yeah.
They know.
No, they're sick.
They've got some pretty fucking funky perspective that I really like too.
Yeah,
No, for sure.
it's
They have some
interesting.
pretty cool little
They got their own little style.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Blaze's depiction is like he's like a fucking badass. Look at Blaze, dude.
He looks really cool.
He looks
Yeah.
like a fucking
Right.
UFC fighter.
Right. Yeah, really, he's like low key dumpy. Like Blaze is the shit, and like I'm talking from a dumpy guy myself. But like, yeah, he's a chunky fella.
All right, well, get Blaze's
Yeah.
comic, man. I think they got special editions of it on Magic Ninjas, but I ordered that from a online comic shop.
So for artists, a lot of comic book artists and people who depict, it's backgrounds. The backgrounds is a big thing. This dude does not give a fuck about backgrounds. I'll tell you that right
Every
now.
background's just like a gradient.
Right.
You're lucky if you get a city line. No, but it's dope, man.
It's cool. It'll be fun to read through. I'm looking forward to it, man.
See, when ICP did their comic, they had a Chaos Comics
Team.
really dope artists and dope team, and they were they were coming up after Todd McFarlane. They were trying to be like Greg Capullo and Todd McFarlane.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of detail in that shit.
Yeah, that's true.
But
This is more like independent shit, I
Yeah.
think. So
these guys are like, you know what, man, this is cartoony,
Yeah.
psychopathic shit. Let's just fucking go with it. But it's dope, man.
Yeah.
I can't hate if you can throw together
Man,
a
fuck
front to
that.
back story, comic book panels. You got my respect.
Yeah.
cool. All right, thanks. Thought that was fun.
Yeah, definitely. We, if you're a Blaze or an ABK or anybody that wants to be on this show, let us know. We're more than happy to have you.
We know you're watching.
We know you're watching, guys. So hit us up. Be on the show.
All right, do you want to talk through Bliss now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's do it. Let's talk through Bliss.
If anybody needs to go to the restroom, I'll start the intro. Feel free.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man. I haven't broke the seal yet, so I think I'm good.
All right.
No.
I did want to mention something I was thinking about on the way up here. My first exposure to Tech N9ne was the anthem from
Really?
the Wake Up Show.
Okay.
Remember that?
I do, but to be fair, I didn't know about that song until after I already knew
And it was
about
actually
Tech.
before I even met you that I heard that song.
Yeah, I was going to say, I had not heard it at that point.
Everybody cared. The only verse anybody cared about was Eminem's verse on that
Of
because he
course.
was huge at that moment.
Yeah, he was Slim Shady.
He just
That was
blew up
Slim
at that
Shady.
moment.
Yeah.
But Tech N9ne was on that, and I remember Tech N9ne being on that.
Chino
and-
XL was on that
Yeah,
too.
because that's
Yeah.
the thing. I don't think on that song he was even accredited as Eminem. I think he was accredited as Slim Shady.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he was playing his character on
I think that
song.
was 99, wasn't it?
Now, granted, when Eminem came out, he was that character. Slim Shady was his name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, no
I
one
mean,
called him Eminem. I
you-
remember everyone saying, "You listen to Slim Shady?" Yeah, I listen to Slim Shady.
I called him Eminem because my exposure to him, I saw My Name Is video premiere like on TRL or whatever, and it immediately blew my mind. Like I had my dad's like media play and go buy the.
You were
single.
actually the
Oh, yeah.
very first person that exposed me to Eminem because of that.
Like-
you were like, there's another Detroit. We're listening to ICP, of
Yeah.
course. You were like, there's another Detroit rapper, and you were like, check this out. And I heard it, and I was like, oh wow, that's
Yeah, at
fucking
that time,
crazy.
I
Yeah.
lived in
Yeah.
fucking Mississippi when that
Yeah.
song came out, and I can remember it exactly the same way. Come on TRL,
Yeah.
when I'd be like, like getting ready, to warm up the N64.
Yeah.
But like
It was like right when we met, dude. Right when we met,
Yeah.
Jekyll Brothers.
yeah, I
era
didn't
was
even know y'all
coming
at
out.
this point.
Jekyll Brothers era was right there, right when we met, and then like right after that, Eminem came out.
Yeah, because I think
Eminem came out Malenko era.
Slim
yeah.
Shady came out in '98. Well, it was called
Yeah.
'97. Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah.
That song on there was.
When did the My Name
But
Is
that was
video drop?
that was recorded for. Hold on.
It was probably 97, 98 ish.
97, 98. Okay.
But yeah, like, anyways, like that came out. Like I immediately was like blown away by it. But Why were we even talking about Eminem?
It was the Slim
don't know.
Shady LP was dropped
been
in
talking about it.
1999.
It did drop in 99?
Infinite,
Okay.
that's what I was going to
Yeah.
say. 97 Bonnie and Clyde, that was released on Infinite.
Oh.
And then it was re-released on his first official
makes
drop.
sense.
Infinite
Okay.
was an underground album.
That makes sense because I remember listening to that in high school, which would have been, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
And
I
so,
don't
yeah,
remem-
like
maybe
Slim Shady LP
98.
has like 6 songs from Infinite. Still Don't Give a Fuck. 97 Bonnie and Clyde that are Rock Bottom that are all just brought over, and then he added like another 6 or 7 songs as well. Yeah, but
Yeah, why were we talking about Eminem though? We just got off on a tangent.
We just been talking about him a lot.
yeah,
But
I mean he's
anyway,
been on
badge
the
of
top right now.
badge of honor. The only thing that stuck out to me was Vag of Mama.
My vag of mama.
All right, look. So
Not one of the best bars he's ever written.
since these guys, let me say this about Bliss in general. Like since these guys have got here, they've done nothing but shit talk this album, and I've been having I've been having to single handedly over here like defend it because I think this album is pretty fucking sweet. I ain't gonna lie.
It's a pretty good album. I mean, I don't.
You
hate
said
it.
you said it was
It's
the
an
worst
okay
thing you've
album.
ever heard from him.
Bro, it's an
It is.
okay album.
It is the but
It's
you
okay,
gotta.
it's boring.
Okay, look.
Boring.
Look from my perspective. The last album I heard was Something Else by Tech N9ne.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
That
it
was a
is-
couple years ago.
So
whatever.
to me, that's been like 10 years ago.
All right, maybe.
To me,
It's a
I-
decade ago.
You might be right.
To me,
That's the
this
last
is
album.
This is a great playlist album. If you're taking 2 or 3 songs at a time, it's dope.
Yeah.
But then once you get into your 3rd or 4th song in a row, that's when it's like, all right, I'm
Yeah,
done.
there's
like,
there's-
I just want to let me just put on something else. You know
There's
what I mean?
definitely some boring slogs of a fucking,
Badge of Honor being a good example. Like he comes out the gate, like Tech N9ne usually is pretty good about choosing that first song. Badge of Honor was not it.
No.
This song blows.
Badge of honor. Yeah,
And not to
especially
mention
the
like
Badge of Mama
the
line, that's
sentiment,
rough.
the sentiment of this song he's just crying. He's bitching that he's like, you have to do all this and you still don't get acknowledgement. That's the whole point.
Right.
Like,
yeah, that's why I like.
didn't even catch that.
I like.
That's what he's talking
I
about.
mean, that's the theory. That's the whole message.
he
of the
doesn't
song.
even get his badge of honor. You know?
how is he not? Are
Yeah,
you
he
kidding me?
He's
Tech
like,
N9ne
I
doesn't
never
have
get
his.
a yeah, he's like, that's literally the chorus. I never get a badge of honor. I never, yeah.
Since I came out of a badge of mama.
I was screaming there, but are you fucking kidding me, Tech? Aaron?
Oh, man, bro. Like
Aaron.
if you thought of the song title "Badge of Honor" and then the only thing you could find that rhymed with it was "Badge of Mama," change the
Dude,
fucking song title.
You're one of
Tech.
the most successful independent rappers of all time. You like everyone fucking knows you. You even have a song saying, "Oh, they know me everywhere I go." How
Yeah.
the fuck are you saying you don't have a badge of honor in the same fucking album?
Yeah.
Dude, you are known world fucking wide.
Yeah.
Everybody
the only flip
get the fuck out of here.
The only flip explanation I can find, which I really hope it is that he actually just wanted to rhyme something with "Badge of Mama."
Yeah.
and then he was like, "Oh, I guess Badge of Honor." it
The
is."
original song was called Badge of Mama.
Yeah. And then like someone on his label's like, he has real friends who are like, "Nah, Tech,
Badge
that
of
ain't
Mama.
it. That ain't it, Tech."
I love that you wanted to write a song called Badge of Mama.
Yeah. And he's like,
He
"Fine,
would. If
I'll call
someone
it
did,
Badge
it would
of
be
Honor."
Tech N9ne would write that
Yeah.
song.
Yeah, and he's like,
course.
"Fine,
Badge
I'll
of
change
Mama.
it to Badge of Honor."
I'll change it to Badge of Honor. Well, what do I say? Just talk about how you're Tech and you don't get your shit. You're
Yeah.
you know.
This
I don't
song is the
fucking know.
fucking shit.
This song rules.
Mainly just because Joyner Lucas
Yeah.
is on it, and I swear.
Conway the Machine. I don't know which one is Conway the Machine or X rated, but all these guys flex on this song.
Yeah,
dude.
all of them kill it. Yeah.
Oh, and he rhymed cognitive dissonance right there.
Now,
Hold on.
Conway's the.
Let's go back for a
hold on,
second.
Wait,
Hold on,
play
wait.
real quick.
Yeah, what? Hold on. What did he rhyme?
I'm the best thing you say. Another is this cognitive.
Oh, hold on, wait. Oh, I'm sorry.
Used to be.
Here we go.
That's Conway.
Hip hop and ligaments.
That's dope. That's
Hey, that was a pretty dope line.
bars, bro.
You can't.
Yeah, that shit is.
You can't deny it. Tech N9ne can definitely do it.
This is Conway.
Okay. This guy kind of sucks.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah. He's average.
The other guy, X-rated, he rules. This guy sounds like he's got a mouthful of marbles.
He's a gangster rapper. He's a thug rapper.
He
He serves his purpose.
He sounds like he sounds like droopy.
They're the type of dudes that come to the studio and they're like, "Hey, can you come to the studio?" He's like, "Yeah, man. Hey, what am I doing here, bro? Just put the beat on, all right, y'all. Hey, I'm kind of a cinnamon. I'm trying to cinnamon. I'm rocking it. Hey, let me get that paper real quick. Let me see real quick. Yeah. All right. Rod him and bend him. Yeah, that's all they do.
Yeah, you're right.
Right, I'm
This guy kills it though. Wait, no, this is Conway again.
Conway, yeah.
Yeah, no, this guy sucks. The other guy rules.
I brag on internet.
Well, it sounds like his tongue.
Talking
It sounds like his
internet.
tongue's too big for his mouth.
It sounded like cognitive dissonance.
It sounds like he's like too tired to rap. He's like,
What was the line? What was the line where the positive?
is he really fat?
Where the positive niggas win?
Oh yeah, yeah.
What was that line? That sounded like what that dude was just trying to rhyme off the entire verse.
Yeah, it did.
He's like, I bomb in a minute, astonishment, astonishment.
This is X-rated.
He was all right. He was pretty
This guy
good.
rules.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, he sounds like he's doing like spoken word.
Yeah, he's on Strange.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's dope.
Recited the last half of the Passion of Christ. That line is sweet, dude. Ugh. Let's turn it down a little so we don't get
Yeah, so you don't
Copyrighted.
get copyrighted and all that. Yeah.
this dude
Words.
is flexing though.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, he's a shit.
he's dope, man. He's doing like spoken word, but it's like he's putting like, he's putting like flavor to it. It didn't get it.
Oh, listen to that line.
Hold up.
I like that.
dope.
Hold on, wait. Listen to that line.
Yeah, he kills it.
Solstice in December.
Yeah, that's like poetry, man.
Joyner kills it in the song
Yeah,
too.
Joyner's a monster. Yeah.
This ish is whack. Volunteer the Southwest Gangstero. I wish I could block you. I would.
You crazy, bro.
I would literally block you for that one.
Woo.
I didn't know it would delete. I didn't mean to delete his message. I'm just fucking around. I said put him in timeout. I didn't know to delete his message. I'm just kidding. Apologize to Southwest Gangstero. McNasty said this is more bounce to the ounce. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Here we go. Joyner rules, man.
Yeah.
Rob got me hip to him.
He's sick.
As far as like mainstream-ish
He's one of my
rappers
top.
go, he's
He's one of my tops. Yeah.
he's dope. Check out his videos too. All his videos are fucking incredible.
He's a monster. Yeah.
He was on that song with Eminem
when
a
he
couple years
first-
ago too.
when he first dropped, he had, I'd say almost every one of his songs had like a strong gimmick to it.
Yeah.
And it was fucking genius,
Yes.
bro. But now he reached that point. Now he's just lyricist. You know what
Yeah.
I mean,
It's just bars.
yeah. He still has concept shit. Like he just did God's Work too.
Okay.
And that's on concept shit.
Okay.
He talks about like, or I think it's called Devil's Work now. Yeah.
That song's sweet. Yeah.
Devil's Work. Yeah, that's what it is. Not God's Work.
That's the
It's
one
God's Work.
he's
Yeah.
talking about Nipsey, right?
Devil's Work too. Yeah, where he talks about nips and all that shit. Yep.
What
Yeah.
question? What do you think the album cover means?
Ooh, that's a good topic.
He's like floating. He's holding the flowers, so he's been given his flowers. I think
Is that a gun? I can't tell.
he's
Is
holding.
that-
It looks like a
Is that a-
shotgun.
is that like a
or
rifle?
A rifle of some sort.
yeah, and he's holding his flowers, which I look at as like a parable of like being appreciated. Like they
he's-
always say, give them their roses.
Like he's got his badge of honor then.
But he's floating above people that look like they're.
Rioting.
Are they rioting or are they like at war? I don't see any other weapons down
This
there.
is what I'm going to think.
So it's like protesters.
Yeah, that's protesters. I think is like
He's
you
rising
could
above
you
the
could
shit.
say like Black Lives
Sure,
Matter type
okay.
shit, but he's rising above it. But he's
I did
like,
not say that.
it's. I mean, hey, say what you want to say, but that's what it seems like, right? But he's rising. He gets it. He understands that he's above it,
Yeah.
right? He's kind of
Right.
rising above it.
Yeah, so maybe that's what Blitz means is all of the craziness, all the bullshit.
He's just trying to make it blissful.
All the war. At first, I looked at that as fans, and then I just didn't realize the clip art of the flags. I was looking at it, to be fair, like on a small screen. I mean, so I thought he was like over a concert.
Dude, that could be anything.
So it's like he's achieved. It's like he's achieved a state of consciousness above the protest, above the bullshit.
Yeah.
He's got his flowers. He's got his fucking gun. He's protected. He's fucking happy. Like he's just elevating.
I mean, I think this cover is showing him he's above the political environment.
Honestly, if you look at it, for me, I think what it is he was like walking to the grocery store to get his wife some flowers with his umbrella, and then he walked out and he like realized there was a protest, and he was like, I'm just going to use my magical Tech N9ne powers to float over this protest with my umbrella so I can get these flowers home to my woman.
It just happens to be July 4th.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. You're right.
He's holding an umbrella. It's obviously not a gun. That's an umbrella. And
it's a big. I mean, yeah,
that's an umbrella.
Yeah, it could be a cane.
It's an umbrella.
Is his leg kind of looks like it's limping?
That's what I'm saying.
His one leg is shorter than the other. I don't think it's perspective.
I think he's just lifting his leg to get over that tiny person's flag.
That's true. He's like stepping above it.
Yeah, those are and see, if you look at the perspective, thank you for bringing that up. If you look at the perspective, he's already past the crowd. He's still floating. Why are you floating for no reason, Tech? Is this like a flex, bro? Are you trying to flex on
I think
people?
that person's actually holding him up with his flag.
Wait, is he spray painted like graffiti? Because I've noticed now that the ink underneath him is dripping.
Yes.
So he's like graffiti. So is this on a wall?
No, that's a representative of him melting into existence.
Him becoming. Even though he's above the shit, he's also a part of it.
Yes.
Because of his music.
Yes.
You know what he is? You know what he is
We're
right
reading
now?
too much into this. I think it's just he doesn't have any good graphic designers.
Did
on
you
his
see the
team.
Joker?
No, that's just dope.
No, hold on. Did you see the Joker?
Yeah.
Remember when the Joker, like everybody was writing, but the Joker like didn't understand. He didn't care. He just wanted to be the Joker.
Yeah.
That's what Tech N9ne is right now. Everybody's writing. He doesn't care.
disagree.
He just wants to be a blissful Joker.
I disagree. The Joker definitely cared that people were rioting. That was like the whole ending of the movie was him like embracing that riot. You know what I mean? He was like looking around like, isn't it beautiful? And then he gets on the car and goes like, does this little thing.
Yeah,
like,
but I don't think he really truly understood why they were writing.
Oh, he knew why. He thought it was because of him, and he was right. Like they were writing because of him.
No, I thought he thought it was because of them, but it was really because of like the political environment at the time.
That had definitely been the impetus, but like him shooting that dude on live TV was like the thing that pushed it over the edge. You know what I mean? That was like the gunshot in the air that kind of.
But he didn't know what was building up to that. He just thought it was him. He just thought he was like he finally achieved that fame and shit. He was thinking about,
Maybe. I mean, hey, it's up to each person's interpretations.
It was a good movie though.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think anyone can be right. We're doing Joker talk, which is the most cliche white boy shit ever.
I moved on.
I'm dressing up as the Joker for Halloween.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. He's like, in the old folks' home. Ain't no man.
Ain't no man.
There it goes.
My grandma don't know you, Tech. What you talking about?
Ain't no man.
Yeah, this is cool because he's like he's bringing so much
That's
energy.
just dope.
To it.
Yeah, like bro, he's having so much fun on this.
Yeah,
song.
you could tell they're having fun with this. They're joking, they're clowning, they're having fun. Even when they do the hook at the end there, they're just like fucking around.
Yeah, man. This song's fun as hell. I love it. This song rules.
So bad.
Oh, man.
They know me. They know. They know me. Know me. Know me. Know me. Know me. Know me. Is there a part where they do that?
I think so. That's great.
See, and this is on theme with my theory. Because like, see, I'm wearing shoes you never seen the grass grow. This is him when he's floating over the crowd to get back home with his flowers and umbrella.
Oh, but that's the popper.
Yeah. Dude, is Tech N9ne Mary Poppins right now in his lore?
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's Tech Poppins.
This is a concept story album. If you listen to it, he's talking about leaving his house, going to the store to get flowers and an umbrella, and coming home. He's like right here. This is when he's first going out, and people are like, and he's seeing everyone he knows. He's like, they know me. They know me.
That's why
They
this
know
should have
me,
been the
right?
fucking first song.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you, but you got to give shine to your homies, you know.
Because he's floating over them. Maybe they're all protesting him. They know him.
Exactly.
So
they
they know him because he's the only person in town that can float over everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
So they're like, ah, get him! And he's like, I got my flowers. I'm like, oh, you know me.
you know me.
You know me.
Hold on, let me stop by the old folks' home real quick. Hey,
got-
hey,
you
yo,
know.
yo, yo, you know me.
And see, that's the thing. Like, yeah, on this, he's like, but look, if you listen to this song, like right here, it starts getting a little ominous, right? Oh, yeah. They know me everywhere. And at this point, maybe people are like, that's Tech N9ne. Get him. He's famous. I want his autograph.
Then he starts screaming, they know me.
Yeah.
They know me. They know me. They know me.
Yeah, he's panicking. And then at the same time, panicking. Look, then he turns around, though, and he asks everybody, what? Y'all having a good time?
And he throws the flowers at him. And then shoots him.
It's a story album, bro.
So that's how it goes. That's
Yeah,
Bliss. And he feels
know
great.
me.
He feels great,
See?
so Bliss.
See, right here, he's running.
They know me.
Dude, this album really seems like it's like three concepts like meshed together.
They know me. 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 They know. Yeah, and see, at this point, everyone just stops. You know, they're like, ready to get him, and then it goes on to the next skit. And then what is the next skit?
This song
When
fucking
Tech N9ne
rules.
When Tech N9ne turns around,
Hey,
there's the
Aaron.
crowd screaming and everything. See, I'm telling you. It's a constant
Aaron,
going.
we have in your next video. We got a director right here. His name's Just Chris.
Yep. Director Chris.
Oh, by the way, this next song fucking rules too, in a non-ironic way. I mean, they know me rules ironically and non-ironically, but tell everyone just rules.
Yeah. This is like Carver Chris.
What?
Carver Chris.
What's that
That's
mean?
like my
Carver.
conspiracy Chris.
Oh, I see.
Carver Chris.
Ah,
Because there's Carver Law and there's Carver Chris.
Carver Chris. I'm interested. I
Carver
want to
Inside
know
me,
more
yeah.
about this.
See, this is him like turning around saying, "Y'all having a good time?" And see, look, he asked everyone if they're having a good time. They're like, and then everyone realizes, like, why are we following Tech? Why are we harassing this man? And he's like, you know what? I want more of y'all to harass me.
He wants it. He wants you to give. He wants to fucking smoke, bro.
See, that's the audience. Tell everyone.
I love the choir. Sounds so dope.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, you know. I think it's official at this point. He's holding an umbrella. An umbrella and white roses.
Gotta be.
Okay. All right. Well, it's settled.
Imagine Tech like holding an umbrella, like floating down like Mary
Right.
Poppins with
Exactly.
flowers. That I mean, it fits.
From rooftops
fucking fits.
down into Casey Mo over a riot to get them flowers home to his wife.
Man,
That's
I
the
love
kinda
it.
That's the kind of guy Tech N9ne is,
Yeah.
bro. That's all I'm saying.
Rapping at the same time, you know, just like getting the crowd hype and shit.
Absolutely. He has to be home by 9.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
This song is the shit. The beat is tight. The hook rules. And it's just flexing on it. It's just smooth as fuck.
It's
And
that
unfortunately, it's one of the.
it's
sort
that
of-
melody that really does it.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Oh yeah. I wonder what's on the flags they're waving.
Yeah, it's a good. Here, let's look for a better picture.
I'm thinking, on a serious note, I'm thinking it's like supposed to be like you don't really know, but it's the political environment.
Yeah.
Environment. It could be, it could be the LBGT shit. It could be the Black Lives Matter. It could be Trump flags. It could be whatever.
Yeah.
It's just a political environment. He's floating above it. He's achieved bliss. He doesn't need to be, he's not, his mind is not warped by it. That's my take on it.
I'll get blurry once he's in there.
That's good.
Yeah, just any flag.
It could be an American flag. It could be anything. It's just, the flag is the representation of what you believe.
I like when you look at it closer, you realize it's just like clip arts. There's just like stamps of like 6 different poses.
That too, there's 2 of them right there that are the same.
This one and this one, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can see like the hands up screaming guy here and here and over there, like There's two of the similar right now. Yeah.
I think the album cover rules though. I ain't gonna hate. I think it's sweet.
Yeah, I mean it's a nice.
I think Tech N9ne looks cool in it.
for an entry
I
level.
think Bliss means
graphic
believe
design.
lies in systematic states. That's what I'm thinking.
Did you just make that up?
Yes.
All right.
I fuck with this song.
This song is the shit.
Yeah.
But no, you know what? The reason I almost believe this is Tech N9ne does that.
I know.
I would bet $1 million that means
yeah,
something.
It means something.
For sure. Without a doubt, now that I'm thinking of it.
Believe lies in systematic states.
He makes everything mean something. This is another song where he's just having fun and fucking around to me, you know?
Yeah, I think this one I liked. How many songs are there left?
I have a question.
Like 20?
Really?
Yeah.
Does anyone here know what kind of Creed cologne he wears?
No. Well,
I don't.
What kind of
of
cologne?
what? Cologne?
Yeah, what kind of Creed cologne he wears? He says if you don't know, I ain't telling you which one. So
What
this
kind of
must be
Creed? What's he get? Creek cologne?
Creed cologne.
What's Creed cologne?
CREED, like the boxer Creed, but it's
Oh.
Or
how it's
no,
spelled.
like the band.
Like the band, sure. Yeah, but yeah. I would guess it's Creed Black.
Yeah, Creed is black.
Well, no, I mean, I think it's called Creed Black. the
No,
cologne.
I thought you said it's Creed black. Yeah, Creed's black.
Not the
No,
band.
no.
They're
Oh,
white.
the band is white as fuck.
How many tracks are there left, really?
There's legitimately like 23 tracks on this album, dude. Like, or 25, excuse
Yeah,
me.
you got a while, bud.
several skits, but yeah.
That's the thing. That's like
We'll
why
skim
I
through
say,
some of these.
That's why I say like I have no problem with Tech N9ne. He's a dope ass rapper,
got a
and
while.
most of these are dope ass songs.
Yeah.
But once you get into the fourth or fifth one, you're like,
bro, you could have made this album like 15 solid
Oh yeah.
tracks.
What? Okay, so Father Figure, I think that's a video, right?
I think so.
I saw that.
I wasn't big on that song.
eh.
I didn't get it. I thought he was going to talk about being a dad, and I didn't hear anything about it.
No. Bro, in this song,
I think it's a song about figs. Which,
he just rhymed Yankee Candle.
Yankee Candle.
Wow. Yankee Candle.
He's Tech. I love one thing about Tech with this. He is embracing his corniness.
Yeah.
His on
I think Luda's done the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even
Oh,
on this
yeah,
song,
Luda's
he's like, I like to listen to yacht rock and P funk.
Yeah.
Like, all right, Tech, you do you, bro. That's.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this part too.
Reefa.
That little noise, like that little whistling or whatever. I love it.
The little synth flute.
Yeah.
But think about this, because I remember it like yesterday. Remember when Absolute Power first came out? And we
yeah.
played that for people, and it was like the newest, dopest, non-corniest shit ever.
Yeah.
People were like, that's the firest shit I've ever heard. And now flash forward 20 years,
And he's a fucking cornball.
Tech N9ne's a cornball.
An awesome cornball, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think, like you said in that sentence, flash forward 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even everyone changes a lot in 20 years, bro. I think he's been a dad this whole
Yeah.
time. He's fucking been married, who God knows lived the life this last 20 years. Like, he's probably beyond giving a fuck.
Oh yeah,
People,
of
like,
course.
legit
And that's
change a lot
when
in 5 years.
And that's when people love cornballs. Is
Yes.
when they're to the point they don't care.
Yes. And that's why I'm feeling this again, I
Yeah.
think. Because the last, decade, he's been, going hard.
Yeah.
Really trying hard. And, this to me seems like he's more like, look, y'all, I'm just doing me on this one.
Yeah.
Here we go. And that's why I think this is vibing with me more.
He's like, I'm doing what I want to do with what I have right now.
He's like, and this album, I'm not trying to get fucking famous off of.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to put cool shit out. And I don't think Chris Calico shows up even once. Does he just not do shit with Tech anymore or what?
I don't know, bro. That's a good question.
I know he
because-
left Strange, but
Yeah. I don't know. That's a good question.
I was surprised.
But
I think that's another thing is Tech is having to work harder
Yeah.
without Chris Calico.
But I'll tell you one thing. When he does get back with Chris, that'll be a hell of an album.
oh, fuck yeah. Dude.
Yeah.
I'll look forward to it. And I don't think he's going to do no more Tech N9ne featuring Chris. It'll be like a Tech
Yeah.
and Chris,
It'll be like a new, they'll call it something
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
You know, it
what
won't
was
be-
it supposed to be?
It won't be a Tech N9ne album. It'll be a Chris and Tech album.
What were they supposed to be back then when they made that?
Kubosh.
Yeah.
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 That's it. You got it. Kabosh. Yeah, they had that fucking song at the end of Absolute Power or whatever.
Yeah, they were. That shit was pretty promising.
Oh, I know you like that line. Did you hear that?
Like Princess
Hold on.
Mononoke.
Yeah, watch this.
All of you stating that we deserve the fake and so try new hobbies, cause waiting for me to fall be like waiting for the Anunnaki. My shit.
Anunnaki?
The Anunnaki? I like how that's how he ends his
Anunnaki?
It sounded like Scooby Doo was interested in Anunnaki.
Yeah. Anunnaki?
He's like Anunnaki.
This song is sweet, though, I think. I like this song a lot.
Yeah.
It's a little repetitive. One dimension on 3D. 3D. That shit. It does that shit to me on this one.
But I mean, this hook has that same feel that like a Ouija track does, where like it's just like nice like vibe and shit. You know what I mean?
So you love it, of course.
Well, I like it, yeah, for sure. I'm just saying, like, you know, it's good shit that you can like ride along to and shit.
Yep.
Whatever, bro. Ouija's the shit. You're gonna see. You're gonna see. I'll get you hip. Anyway, back up to this song, which I would rather be. Ouija actually released an album at the Gathering. We should fucking review that.
Oh yeah. By the way, when is Ouija and Tech gonna do a song?
I don't know. That would be great if they did.
Dope. Yeah.
Oh, I like this part.
Actually, Ouija and M. I think
Ouija couldn't. I don't know.
You think
I don't
Ouija could beat
would
M
ever
in a
do
battle?
song. No, absolutely not. Absolutely. I don't think that Ouija could beat M in a battle. At making songs, a lot of the time, yeah. Absolutely. A lot of the time, yeah. He could beat Eminem at making songs for sure.
All right,
bro.
cool, okay.
A battle, no, but Ouija's not really a battler, bro. He's just a song maker. He makes dope songs.
He's just dope,
That's what
man.
does.
He makes that vibe. Eminem can't just. Eminem don't get it.
Yep.
Yeah. I got you.
I'm just saying. Well, it's not always vibe, bro. He can be lyrical as fuck. You ain't heard. Are you really gonna sit here and act like Ouija didn't fucking rip it up on Three-Headed Monster? Lyrically, bro,
I have to go
he
back and
came
watch
hard.
that.
Rip
lyrically,
it
bro.
up?
Yeah, bro. He came lyrical on what?
Rip it
Yeah.
up? No.
It sounded.
Rip it up,
sounded
no,
like
but he
fine.
came lyrical.
He was
yeah.
fine.
It sounded like he was
Fine,
barely
no,
hanging
he came
on.
lyrical, bro. He came lyrical on that shit, bro.
Okay.
I'm telling
I get
you.
you.
Just because to y'all, if he's not going, everybody want to get it with him, like he's not being lyrical. you guys, like if you guys can't like vibe, bro. That's like what I feel like.
Man. Look, it's
It's like
about
you
the
have
vibe.
one vibe, and it's just. That's like what you like.
That's how Ouija Mac raps.
You can't. No, it's not. Like this shit is like it's melody, bro. It's melody. It's shit you can like get to. It's anyway.
I get it.
We're hungry and thirsty. Cool anagram. All right, but
Yeah, this is an
Wham.
example of him doing
what?
that.
Yeah.
What?
Like, you didn't have to make what stand for something.
You know
We're
what
hungry and
though?
thirsty.
I wish you wouldn't fucking tell us the anagram. He just call it what, and then we
Yeah.
do it, and then we have to figure it
Right.
out.
Yeah,
Exactly.
listen to the
I'm
song,
with you on
and
that.
Then we're like, yeah, gotcha. We're hungry and thirsty.
This song, Tech raps a little weird. I can see people not liking the metal hook shit he does. I think it's cool.
I don't know anyone on this song.
So I looked it up. Hush, if I'm not mistaken, is just a producer.
Oh, okay.
And I think they're like what's the guy's name?
Dracula?
This is Dracula.
yeah.
Why am I blanking on the electronic music making people? What do they call those guys?
EDM?
Like EDM people. What's that? What Skrillex? I think Hush is like a Skrillex. This is Kim Dracula. Kim
this
Dracula is
sucks.
the shit.
No, this sucks, bro.
Listen, here's Kim Dracula. Listen.
Sounds like overly dramatic goth guy.
yeah, for real.
Hold on, wait, listen to this part.
That's overly dramatic goth
Yeah.
guy's favorite song.
If overly dramatic goth, this is about to make overly dramatic goth guy come back out.
Oh, it's really funny.
New video.
Here's
all he does is listen to Kim Dracula and say, "This is the greatest. This is by far the greatest thing ever recorded."
Dude, Kim Dracula rules. I listened to this song and I thought it was sweet. And I looked him up and started listening to more Kim Dracula songs.
Oh my god.
I am not a fan.
It rules. And
I am not a
it's
fan,
funny
bro.
you say that. If you saw, have you seen what Kim Dracula looks like?
I have not, but
Jesus Christ.
You're gonna flip your fucking
MGK.
mind.
I'm gonna guess MGK.
It's gonna blow your mind because it is overly dramatic. God.
I'm gonna
It
guess,
really-
I'm
oh,
gonna guess
dude.
MGK mixed with Cannibal Corpse.
Holy fuck! It's overly dramatic. Goth guy is
It's
a real
overly
person.
it really is.
It really is. It's a Okay, for those uninitiated, overly dramatic goth guy is something I used to do when I was drunk.
Wait. Go back to
where I would get like super moody and like use like hyperbole, you know what I mean? Like thine eyes of darkest, you know, and shit like that, and like, you know, fuck around with my friends when we were all drunk, and it was hilarious. But
some of the funniest shit that I remember of my entire life.
But
hilarious.
This is Kim Dracula.
This guy is that personified.
Yes,
for sure.
Absolutely. This is that dude.
Wow, bro. Yeah, it's just it's like that MGK feel. Like it's like if I were alone with you in a room and you talk to me, I would 100% be like, don't talk to me, bro.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
dude, is this Billie Eilish?
He does kind of look like Billie Eilish. Is this that Billie Eilish?
Is this that eyelash
Is
chick?
this Benny
Gosh, dang
Is
it.
this that Benny Eyelash boy?
Benny.
Well, I think Kim Dracula's cool. Fuck you guys.
Yeah. Well, I know you're starting to have a questionable choice with what you think looks cool.
I didn't say looks cool.
Look, well, it's cool, whatever. Look, bro, you're also like, you know, look.
Let me get. Are we still in a phase? Or are we still at an age where we think things look cool?
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
He loves mommy. He loves face tat.
Yeah, I love
loves
her.
face tat.
Love her.
And that's the thing. Like, so yes, he's easily entertained. That's rude.
Like,
That's
I get
rude.
it.
You're not easily entertained.
I get it. Kids think like dreads and face tats and like, you know, shit looks cool. But like, are we there or is that
Face tat mommy, like the thing is, like, as I watch her rap, she's not as bad as I thought she was. It's just I can't get with that look, bro.
You don't like her presentation.
Yeah. Like her songs
you're a
aren't as
hater.
bad.
It's all right.
And I also don't like the hooks, you know.
You've got a really small dick, bitch.
Yeah.
I felt personally attacked by that. So,
All right.
you know.
Hey, man, she's not for everyone.
Yeah, you know.
But this song is for everyone. I think this is one of the best songs on the album. Wes Paul Bennett. Here's the hook.
Well,
Wes. I just like what they're doing in this song.
West, like I'm doing like I'm West.
Have you listened to the song? Do you know what they're doing in this song? All right, so
Just let me explain because that was a weird lead up. Do you know what they're doing in this song?
like they're like doing a thing. Like Wes Paul Bennett, Tech's verse is talking about Wes, I ain't in this mess. Like the whole verse, he's just talking about I'm not in this mess. You know.
Wes.
Then whoever Joey Cool is doing like Paul, he's like my name is Paul and I ain't in that shit at all or whatever.
Yeah.
And then King ISO's Bennett and all this shit's like I'm Bennett and I ain't in it. So like that's like the each one of their verses. That's what they're doing in this song, and it's tight. It's a simple concept executed like perfectly.
I like it. The only thing I don't like is the fucking is the lame ass hook, dude. Because
I think the hook's cool.
To me, I'm just going by musically. To me, that's a flat note that he's doing. Oh, it might be.
Yeah, I get that. Okay.
Oh, it might be.
I feel that.
It's just a flat fucking
If that's something
note.
that's bothering you, then sure. But I think it's cool. I like what he's doing.
Might be. Or it might be. It's just boring.
It's like a chanting to me.
Yeah,
It's flat and it just really it sounds like I don't know, it downshifts to like something that I'm like, yeah, skip.
This is just a chilling song though. So like
Yeah.
it to me, it's like that's fine. Listen to King ISO rip it up though.
ISO's a monster.
Yeah. I like the piano and shit that the piano in the background, the keys, in the flow.
Dude, ISO can flex, man. God damn.
Yeah.
I just stopped. I've talked about this before. I used to follow King ISO and everything. I had to stop following him because he posted me shirtless pics.
Yeah, oh dude, he flexes big time.
Oh, is he ripped?
He is ripped.
Yeah.
He
Is he
loves
ripped? But like-
posting
oh, yeah.
shirtless.
No, dude.
But he's posting thirst traps, and
No.
he's making me turn gay watching that shit.
No,
bro,
dude.
like-
If you're a ripped rapper, I'm down with that because I'm tired of seeing skinny fucks.
When you're scrolling through Insta, like beating it off to like the, because I have 2 Insta accounts. You have to have the one Insta account that's just bitches,
Sure.
And then like you're looking for some inspiration, and then next thing you know, you see King ISO. Don't ask me why I'm following King ISO on my bitches list. He found his way in there, guys. I don't really have a bitch.
No, I come from the school of like rappers were like tough guys, you know, and I miss that. I miss when rappers were built. They were lyricists. They were tough.
They were men.
They were just like
men.
yeah.
Fucking men. They didn't watch the goddamn Barbie movie.
I like that.
They
shit.
didn't drink Bud Light.
I like that shit.
Yeah,
they didn't drink that tranny fluid.
I could show my son. I could be like, you watch this rapper here. That's how you be a man.
Look at him. Look at his
be a damn man.
If you want to be a man, look at this rapper. You better study his abs. No, don't you look away.
at him.
Look how they glisten in the sun. Are you a real man? You better look at this rapper's abs right
But he
now.
also had
Look at his
bars,
pecs.
boy. He had bars.
No, mute it. Look at his pecs.
Mute it. Look at his pecs.
Hold on, I'm gonna pause and play it back.
That's a real man.
Watch
right
him
there.
flexing. Oh God, that's a real man right there.
my
Huh,
God.
son? Ain't it, son?
This song is pretty shitty. This is probably my least favorite song.
This is definitely the worst song of the album.
I mean, I'd rather a rapper be like cut and a man than like cute.
Bro, come on. I'm trying to be a cute rapper.
Ah, fuck.
Give me a break.
Pull out.
Cute. I'm a cute rapper. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh shit! I like being a little cutie pie rapper, dude. That's fine. I don't want to be ripped man, a ripped manly man.
Wake up. Wake
Sorry,
up.
bro.
Wake up, bud.
I fell asleep on this one. Sorry.
This song is really bad. I'm just gonna skip it. Is that okay?
Yeah, please do.
Oh, can we? Well,
Wait, hold on. There was a fucking line that really made me go, "What the fuck?"
Okay.
Like, start it over.
Okay.
I think it's like in the beginning.
Pull out.
This is the hook, right? He says something about pull out, school's out, mullet. What did he say? I don't fuck. Never mind. Just skip it. Fuck. Get out of here. This. Get
We
it.
can use this song to talk about this.
Get rid of it.
Let's talk about the skits during this album. The most useless skits of all time, probably. Right? Can we all agree on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Hold on.
stupid. It's just a way to pack the CD out.
Never mind.
Yep. I like that line.
Nah. It's
All right, whatever.
not
okay.
hearing nothing.
Yeah, this
Wait,
sounds
wait,
like-
wake up, wake up.
Sorry. All right.
We gotta get him a shot.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. What were we doing? Twisted, Most Tasteless.
No. So.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I was just saying, real quick, the skits suck. They're useless. Like, there's this weird skits of these ladies like going to a Tech N9ne concert. Which, first of all, that got me thinking. Women don't listen to Tech N9ne, right?
If they have a boyfriend that does.
Right.
There's some women that listen to Tech N9ne for sure.
Like, there's some women that just like bang out to Tech
actually
N9ne.
listen to Tech N9ne. Absolutely.
But they're like-
I don't believe that.
I've known girl. That fucking Julie chick that fucked around with David back in the day. She used to listen to Tech N9ne all the time.
Because her boyfriend did.
No, Julie listened to it. Julie wasn't she? No, she fucked dudes. But you know what I'm talking about? That Lil David. You know,
Girls
Yeah,
do
chick
not,
from Texas.
I like color David. You know that kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
chicks don't listen to Tech N9ne is the thing.
I would
Some
say
chicks listen
I
to
would
Tech
say
N9ne.
chicks
Who's
don't listen.
fucking Tech N9ne if chicks don't listen to Tech
Well-
N9ne, bro?
Like, I mean, there's groups.
When you go to ICP shows,
But they're
or
not
when you go
listening to
Tech
Tech
N9ne shows-
N9ne.
Yeah, they do. Absolutely. Tech N9ne's got some songs. They listen to shit like Caribou.
Yeah.
Listening to
Yeah, okay.
Still though, yeah.
They're
that's
not
what
like
I'm saying.
listening to the bars. They're listening to shit like this.
No, and
But
no,
like a
I
chick,
bro, listen to your little fucking chauvinist self. Listen, bud. There's girls that like bars, bro.
No, there aren't.
There's women that
Girls
like bars, bro.
Girls don't like bars.
There are, bro. What?
that's like saying that's
Are
like
you going to say Marley that battled me at the gathering didn't like bars? I bet you she liked bars.
Probably.
She had them.
that's like saying women know
She had 'em.
comedy.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
true.
Women do know comedy.
That's true.
Oh my God, guys. I'm trying here, guys. Okay,
You're so woke, Chris.
I'm
No.
trying to be woke.
The few
So,
the select few women that know bars and comedy, we fucking love you.
Yeah.
Because you guys get it.
Look, bro. Women do know comedy. Some of the best.
It's like
comedians
0.001% of women know either of those things.
There was a famous.
And it's the same crossover that listened to this show.
It's the same crossover as this show. So if you listen to this show and you're a woman, we're talking. You're one of the intelligent ones. Specifically, you, Taylor. You're the
Dude,
shit.
I've never met a single girl that listens to Tech N9ne. My friend Paula does.
I bet
but-
you Taylor
Alright.
listens to Tech N9ne. Taylor,
Probably.
I bet you she listens to Tech N9ne.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I think a lot of
Paul-
girls.
Paul
I think a lot of women do actually listen to ICP though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
a
do
lot
too.
of people,
Yeah.
a lot of women listen to Tech N9ne. I kind of get like the archetype of.
I'm just saying, like the girls that are the kind of girls that are on the skits on this album for sure don't listen to Tech N9ne. They're like two like they seem like high maintenance black chicks that are like just going out for the night and
Yeah.
they're going to like they're at a Tech N9ne show having fun
Yeah.
with
I-
no man.
Every fucking tech show I've ever been to, I've
pretty
never
accurate.
seen those high maintenance chicks at a tech show.
No.
Yeah,
And they're like they're
that's
listening
true.
to him like put on another one of those Tech N9ne songs. That last one was a banger. I'm like, no, you're not doing that.
No, you're right.
Y'all are not doing that.
That's-
This was
okay.
written by a dude.
That's fair. That is fair. Yeah. There has never been a situation, I don't think, ever where a woman has gone, play another one of those Tech N9ne songs. That last one was a banger.
Yeah, what-
That has never.
I
even
mean,
a similar
that's
situation.
a
I don't-
misquote, but it's something like that. It's
Yeah,
said on this
right.
album. It just rubbed me the wrong way and seemed fake and unnecessary. Like, and I don't even know what the overarching like point of it was.
Taylor even said in the comments, "LMAO, I do." See, that's what I'm saying. Dope women listen to Tech N9ne.
All right, see,
It happens.
but it's the crossover of girls that listen to this show, so that's fine.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, I'm just saying. Look,
If you're a
there's
girl that
there's
listens
a lot
to
of
Tech
women. You gotta
N9ne
know, there's a lot of hip hop heads out there that are women, bro, that know a lot more about
Hip hop
than
heads
you
that
do.
are women.
Yes, that know more about hip hop than you, for sure,
No, no, I agree.
For
I
sure,
agree.
bro.
There,
For
there-
sure.
There's some definite.
Some of the dopest lyricists of all time are women.
who?
Huh?
Like,
All right, he's like, all right,
I'm
all
not
right,
saying
wait.
it doesn't
That's where I
exist.
draw the line.
Right now,
no.
wait, like right now, Say Rock is fucking amazing
she's
right now.
dope.
Yes,
Psalm
she's dope.
1, lyricist.
Yeah, but
amazing.
she's
lyricist.
like 15 years ago.
Queen Latifah, fucking
Yeah, of course.
venomous ass lyricist.
I ain't lying. There's some definitely fucking great female lyricists in hip hop. I'm not.
Naze Rhodes. No, I'm just fucking around. I'm sorry. That's a lie. That's a lie. That shit was not fresh.
But none of them, when we're talking like top 100 rappers, like, are any of them in
that
it?
write their own shit.
No, but
that
at the
write
same
their
time,
own shit.
But at the same time, you're talking about like a male-led industry. You know what I'm saying?
Right, of course.
It is a
Like
very
hip hop was all about bravado and like I'm the shit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you had to be a beastie ass fucking.
And that's
lyricist and
fine,
woman,
dude.
You know?
That's fine. It is not a bad thing to be a beastie dude and
Yeah.
a beastie lyricist at the same time.
That's
It's
straight.
not a bad thing.
That's straight. But I'm saying, only point I'm making is as long as we're agreeing, there's some women out there that know hip hop.
Absolutely.
Hip hop is a woman's game too.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah,
Okay.
sure.
They could come in it and fucking rip anytime if they got the bars,
So
if they
for
got the
sure,
chops,
for
absolutely.
sure, there are some girls out there that are bumping Tech
Bro,
N9ne.
I had Psalm 1's album, and I listened to it religiously until I lost it.
Bro,
fucking
I
love that album.
I just fucking I copped this Whitney Payton album right here last week.
Whitney Payton is
Whitney
dope
Payton
as
is a
shit.
beast ass female MC right now. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. She's a great
I've been
point.
bumping her all week. I listen to chick rappers. You know, I get that there's girls that are into hip hop. I was using hyperbole, but let's keep it real. Like my beef was mainly with the skits on this album being like extremely like hard to believe.
Yeah.
I agree on that.
But you got to
to
think most of the chicks that are really into hip hop are into hip hop. They rap too. They like actually get it.
Yeah,
They're not just like fans who like.
Well, they
like-
got to work harder. You know what I mean?
I'll be honest.
Keep it real. They
In
gotta
all
work
honesty,
harder.
I've never met a female that I would ever say like is a hip hop head.
really damn. That's
I have.
I've battled
I have, for
females,
sure.
And that's
that have-
maybe I was gonna
have
say
friends.
to Carver's point. Unless they were a rapper,
yeah, I have.
I've never met one that wasn't a rapper that was a hip hop head.
Maisie, I'm gonna shout out Maisie Barbs because she's actually a friend of Ryan's. That girl will fucking stomp you with fucking hip hop.
Dude,
Does not
first of
rap.
all, let me be the first to say I'm not a hip hop head.
No, and I'm not talking.
Let me make
look,
sure I put that out there.
And let me put out when I
I'm
say
just saying
we'll
what I've
stomp,
met.
And when I say stomp you, I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm talking about everyone in general that I know. She's one of the biggest hip hop heads I know. She talks to you all day, especially with New York hip hop. She's not a rapper at all. will tell you no. I can't.
Okay,
rap
so
at
there's
all.
one.
Yeah. well, still.
All right,
I'm
so
saying
but
out of,
how,
like, the
but how
50
many but how many guys have you met that are true hip hop heads?
Lots, but at the same time,
More than you could just name.
I don't habitually hang out with many females to keep it real. Usually, if I'm hanging out with a female, I'm trying to fuck that female.
Right.
So I could give a shit less. If she's
Cancel Chris. Cancel just Chris right now for saying that.
No. At that point,
wow,
I go
he's
like,
objectifying every female. You heard it here first.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it is. Look, the first time you look at anyone, you're objectifying them. There ain't a female out there who doesn't look at dudes and think the same thing. Like, damn, he's fine as fuck, or ugh, that motherfucker is hit. I'm sorry, everything starts with objectifying. Let's keep it real, bro. Everything, as far as like human interaction, even when you're talking to a homie, it starts with objectifying. You're either telling yourself, is this person interesting, or is this person gonna be whack? You know what I mean? Objectifying exists, man.
McNasty said he what is it? He listened to
He said I had an ex who thought tech was corny. And she listened to Lynch and Bay Area rap. Like,
okay, so she was probably the
that's
real
legit
deal.
as fuck. Yeah, that's legit as fuck, bro. But yeah, like, definitely there's some hip hop. I know what you're saying. It's mostly a male dominated genre, but I just want to like, there's some real hip hop heads out there.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's a male. Like
The chicks you met were lying.
Like let's be serious.
enough.
Like
Fair
when
enough.
it comes to R&B and shit like that, like there's a lot. It's either half or chick dominated. You know what I mean? Like females are the best singers.
Oh, by the way, I
shit.
like this song better when it was called Haunted Bumps. Stupid joke. It reminded me of Haunted Bumps.
No,
Like,
it does sound a lot. Yeah, it does sound a lot like.
this song kind of sucks. There's too many guests on it, and it's boring.
It's just like a clubby feel song too.
Now, Red Aura, like, I really like this song. This is the first song I listened to off of this album just because Queen Herbie's on it.
You're a big Queen Herbie fan.
I love Queen Herbie.
Give me a background on that. I have
Queen Herbie?
Yeah.
She is a white girl rapper. She used to be in a pop group called Carmen. Just her and her boyfriend at the time, her husband now. But they went viral on YouTube by like they would do like YouTube videos of her just like rapping like that Busta Rhymes song that was really fast and shit. Then they came out with Carmen, like they did a pop album. Or they did 2 or 3 albums.
Okay.
Couple hits, actually. Like I heard one in Target the other day. You know what I mean? Then they stopped doing that. Now they do Queen Herbie. He produces. Queen Herbie raps. She also sings, and she's been doing this shit for like the past 4 or 5 years. And I've been following her because I've been following her since those YouTube days. I've been following. I love Queen Herbie. Big fan. I've listened to everything she's done.
Now, does she sing or is it auto-tuned?
She fucking sings her ass off, and she raps her fucking ass off.
You historically have a thing though for hot chicks who have mediocre talent.
Yeah, but Queen Herbie, you can say she's mediocre.
don't
If you
think she's
say
whack at
that,
all.
you're a hater, because
No.
she is fucking
let's
dope
listen,
as hell.
listen. Yeah. Yeah, she's about like on the same level as like Whitney and Snow. I mean, she's dope as fuck. Don't get me wrong, she's dope. But
That sounds
in
like
the underground market, female rappers are starting to fit like a mold, and this is that mold. Like what's popular in female underground rap is kind of this mode where it's like almost a blend of speed rapping with a little bit of harmonic.
That sounds like auto-tuning.
Maybe I've seen her do like Instagram videos and shit where she sings and shit, and she sounds great. She's like a real pro.
When I'm thinking of singing, I'm thinking of shit like Whitney Houston and.
I mean, like I wouldn't compare her to that, even if she could sing well. Like, but I mean, when it comes to like singing and rapping, I think she could do both. Fan-fucking-tastic.
Keep a melody. When I think of rappers who sing, I think of they can keep a melody. They're not singers to me.
Yeah, she has full songs where she sings though. I don't know. I mean,
good
if you want to judge off of that, fine. I highly recommend everyone go check out literally any Queen Herbie song. Every single one is good. I'm not kidding.
Damn. High praise from
Literally pick one.
Damn, okay. Hey Google,
Like
what's the worst Queen Herbie?
One of the worst things in the music industry that we do is we hand people the title of being a singer.
dude, when a singer is something extremely hard to be. A singer is one of the most.
Singer's somebody that sings. What do you mean? You're gatekeeping singing?
Dude, being able to actually sing is one of the hardest things to do.
But you can't say like you can't call yourself a singer. Like that's weird.
If you go, ha la 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 la, I think you can call yourself a singer.
What are you doing?
What are you doing, man?
Being a singer is being able to hit every pitch.
Well, you're talking about being in your definition of a good singer. That's what you're saying. Like what you think as a good singer.
I'm not even saying it's my favorite type of music, but being a good singer, you have to be able to hit every fucking pitch without a fucking computer doing it for you.
You mean like I got you subjectively, like not subjectively, but to be an objectively good singer, you have to know pitch, stuff like that. Like if you go to singing school,
you gotta be a good fucking singer. There's no,
but bro. I don't know, bro, because you can be taught how to sing. There's a lot of famous musicians who weren't good at hooks. They got taught singing lessons, and now Drake. Fucking Drake, he's like a multi-million-dollar artist that we were just talking about.
I mean, Violent J's not a great singer, but I love a lot of the songs where he sings.
Yeah, Violent J is not a singer.
Yeah, but
he has many songs where he sings.
Like,
he's not a singer.
A little yellow bus.
That's
who
weird.
Wants me to pick him up.
Anybody can do that. Yeah. Anybody can do that.
Yeah, and I consider that singing though.
I guess I don't see the point.
And I think
what
that's
are you doing?
Good singing too.
I'm just saying, singing. There's a difference, dude. There's a fucking difference between just throwing a melody with your voice and being able to actually sing and understanding what singing truly is.
I know that singing is definitely a craft and there's levels of it, but I'm just saying, like, I think the act of singing is singing, and then there's like objectively good singing, which is pitch and shit like that. But your preference is subjective.
I guess you can say that same thing with rap. So you can find some guy on the street corner that can just go, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna hit you. I don't give a fuck and split you," and they're a rapper.
And you're absolutely right. And subjectively, somebody out there thinks Kodak Black is the dopest shit there is. Subjectively, now objectively, if you look at that from the fundamentals of hip hop, you're like, oh, that's trash. You know what I mean? It's garbage. But someone out there, I promise you, will tell you Kodak Black is my favorite rapper. He's fucking dope as fuck. There's nobody tighter than him.
Okay, so
even though we think that is total trash.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's compare. Maybe this isn't a comparison, but let me put this out there. Let's try to compare and see if this even fits. Let's compare singing and musical art to like fighting.
Right.
Okay, so you get two fighters together. Everybody obviously knows who is the best fighter.
Yeah.
And who's trained the best and who understands it and who can do it the best.
Yeah, but
I think singing and musical art is the same way. I think it's very similar.
To be fair, I agree, but to be fair, I can take Keezy and put him in a ring with Floyd Mayweather, and if Keezy gets lucky and throws the punch at just the right time and just the right way, he can knock the fuck out of Floyd Mayweather.
Maybe.
It's a possibility.
That's a big maybe.
That's a big maybe, but it's a possibility.
But you understand.
So I'm saying, so even the most trained fighters, someone can have a hit that's better than those trained fighters.
Maybe
just as easily. Like,
but
that's
you
what I'm
can
saying.
look
If
at
you're
somebody
singing,
understands. You can look at somebody and be like, that person understands and has been trained in the art and they know it better.
You're right, absolutely. You can tell someone who understands the fundamentals way better. Yeah. But I'm saying you can get good effects out of people who have no fucking idea what the fundamentals are, and they just got lucky. You know, they just happen to get it right. You know,
yeah, that's like Steven Seagal.
Yeah, well, no,
they
Steven
just
Seagal
put him on
knows
camera and like.
I think
Steven Seagal knows the fundamentals. It's just like watching him display them is laughable.
I think you're a good. Look, bottom line, I think you're a good singer if someone likes listening to your voice. Like,
yeah,
like that's all it boils down to.
Because fundamentally, ICP are horrible musicians, but we think they're the fucking shit.
You can't say being able to hit every note. Like that doesn't even make sense because there's some singers that have a low voice and they literally can't hit every note. Like
no. There's different levels of. There's sopranos. There's different levels of singing.
Okay.
I'm saying whatever level of you're in, if you can,
it's all arbitrary though. Like
you hit notes. You know what I mean? Like you're able to like hit notes and like go.
But you can hit notes without even knowing what notes are.
Yeah, but.
So you can still be a good singer.
You know how to string them together.
Yeah, you can still be a good guitar player without knowing how to read music.
You can't be a good masturbator without knowing your own penis.
You can't be a great guitar player without knowing music, dude. You just can't.
I'm sure you can.
You can pluck on shit
have
that
to know
sounds
your own.
okay, but like
I'm sure there's lots of great guitarists that literally can't read sheet music.
when you compare it to other people that know music, it doesn't fit.
I don't know, man. Like it's just a weird it's a weird line like you're drawing. there.
You're literally saying like
I just
you
want
can be a good mathematician if you don't know math.
I just want it understood that you have to know your penis to be a good masturbator.
Music is a language. Music is a math.
I don't even understand what you're saying.
Music is math and language. You have to understand that to be able to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, not you have to understand parts of it.
You have
Like I don't have to understand trigonometry to do basic math.
Okay. That's,
But basic math still achieves a solution.
and you're right, and I agree with you. Most people aren't going to go into trigonometry and be like, "Let me understand this," but they'll go to like times and division and be
Right.
like, "Okay, I get that."
Yeah, and that's enough
That's enough to go how far though?
to be
The greatest.
well. I guess I did.
Like if Eminem is beyond division and times tables when it comes to rap, he's into trigonometry.
Sure. I think when it comes to writing like lyrics to a beat, yeah. But I think that would Eminem understand the ins and outs of like music theory and stuff? Like
I think he's had to have, I think he's had to have studied something.
I'm saying
yes.
that you don't have to have that talent.
Right.
I think it helps and it makes the greatest musicians the
Like
reason why
Chris is one of the best freestylers you've ever heard or whatever.
but
Like
Chris understands language and writing. And
I don't know shit about music other than that's dope or that's not dope.
that's what I'm
But
saying.
no, I feel you, but no,
But
I
you
feel
understand
though.
timing.
I know the fundamentals and I respect the fundamentals
you
of
understand the
hip-hop.
fundamentals of timing and
there's-
everything else.
And battling. I mean, I
Yes.
respect the craft, and it is a craft. You have to
battling
learn
is
how
a
to
craft that you can't just be like okay at. You have to be great at.
do it. Yeah, you do have to like dive in to
know.
be good at. Well, I think that's anything though. You got to dive in. And
Yeah.
all I'm saying is, if you're singing and you want to call yourself a singer, by all means, go for it. If you sing in front of 100 people, and 5 of them lie to you and go, "I like that," and the other 95 are like, "You're fucking trash." If you're singing, you're a fucking singer. Now, 95% of people are going to call you a bad singer, and 5% are going to be like, "I think they were an okay singer," but I still think you're a singer. Even if you're a bad singer, you're a singer. You know what I mean? All you are, and that's kind of I think what he's trying to allude to is like, if you go la 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 la, you're a singer. You know?
Yeah. It's the same argument as like art, okay? To me, someone who understands color, the color spectrum, someone who understands
I don't see color. No,
someone who understands the form, the human form, someone who understands shape, perspective, and all this stuff. It's going to make them the great artist. But then you can be an artist like some douchebag who just throws like a bunch of color on the canvas and then gets paid $1 million to sell it because some rich guy liked it. You know? It's the same type of shit. Yeah, you can make something that is commercially accepted and can sell, and it sounds okay because music is definitely different from visuals. Music is it's an addiction. Sound repetition is addiction.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely tickles a part of the brain that I like. You know what I mean?
And it's more easily accessible than visual. Hearing something that's very repetitious is more than what you see. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. So we can move on past it.
I'm just listening, man.
KZ has you have the same like response in your face, like when you're watching a radio show and someone's going off the rails. You have the host's reaction, like that kind of like.
I think you have that. When I try to get it, when I try to get deep into something, you look at me the same way. You may look at your kids like when they're trying to like get out of a lie.
They're going,
Dad, you don't know what it's like to be me. You have no idea what it's like to have to go to school and have people judge you.
and like you're sitting at the table going.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for a point to be made.
That's
all.
exactly what I get. And there is no point because you're just trying to like explain like a big thing. But like he just looks at you like, shut up.
No.
We were on. I think he was just coming to the realization we were on minute 10 of that topic.
No, I mean you guys can have a conversation without me.
So
Feel free. Don't make it weird.
So what song are we on?
Look, dude.
By the way,
Look,
that-
we passed Drill Sergeant, which was
All I was trying to say was
not
Queen
like
Herbie
Drill
was cool. That's it, dude.
Queen Herbie's pretty good.
no, it was pretty cool in the end. It was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
That's all, dude.
All right, now 4
Like it or
songs
not,
later,
dude. I like Kim Dracula. Don't listen to my fucking opinion.
Oh, that
Y'all,
was
you
trash.
guys will all hate
Kim
Queen
Dracula-
Herbie. I'm sure.
Kim Dracula was rough, but no, Queen Herbie, she had flows. She was just like I said, same category as me. But anyway, yeah, moving on. Drill Sergeant, Bro So Mo. This is actually, I think, one of the tightest songs of the album.
The song rules. It's very, very dope.
I will say this: a lot of this shit was kind of boring to me, and not because it's like technically bad.
Yeah,
It's just I don't know.
This
you know,
song's not boring if you listen to it. This song is not boring at all.
no, not at all. This is the shit.
This song is telling a story,
No.
back to back, like what's going on, telling this whole like story about this dude he gave a shot and he fucked it up, you know?
No. This one was cool. By the way, is there beef between Tech N9ne and Travis?
Travis who? Oh, his producer guy?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
He's like, man, who's Travis?
Travis is his manager and the president of Strange.
Does he have beef with that guy?
No, he's cool as fuck with Trav.
So what does he say about? There's a song
Calhoun,
where he talks
maybe?
about. No, there's a song where he says Travis at the end. He explains this whole story about a song, and then it's Travis at the end.
I don't know that.
And I thought it was on this album. Yeah, because he's like Travis, blah 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 blah.
Travis O'Gwen. Yeah, I can't find anything about them them breaking up or not being cool or anything like that.
Maybe it wasn't like a
Him
bad
and Trav are like that's like, I mean, maybe I don't know.
Because he says something like, I was a dude from the hood. This was a white guy from like a suburb. Blah, blah, blah. And he talks about this whole story. It's on this album.
I don't remember that. I didn't pay attention to that song, I guess.
Yeah, because Travis is a white dude, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, Travis.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's his daughter is on Strange. She does some shit. She's like basically like a pop R&B singer.
Yep.
I forgot what her name is though.
But yeah, anyway, if anybody doesn't like what we talk about and the tangents we get on, it's probably not the thing to listen to. But if you stick around, and you like it, man, we might teach you something. We might help out. You might teach us something.
These guys know a lot, man. That's why I just sit back and listen.
Sometimes we get weird. Or
mean,
we draw the line, you know.
We started the show talking about aliens.
We got all of our homies, all of the deckheads out there, and the wild cards know. Sometimes we get off topic a little bit here, bro. This is not a structured environment. This is us kicking it as homies. Y'all are homies too.
And let
Kicking
y'all
it
hang
this
with
vibe.
us.
Yeah, y'all are hanging with us. Not look, you guys belong just as much.
But I will.
This guy.
I will say, when it truly comes to like an old school perspective on music, I think I have it over you guys. You guys get into more new shit than I really do.
No, that's true. I think my specialty is just hip hop, underground hip hop. His is psychopathic shit, and I think yours is more of the old school shit.
Yeah, I think I criticize music in general. If you don't understand the art, I criticize you.
Yeah.
As to where you guys can accept a lot of things to where I'll be like, well, they don't really know how to do this, so it's not good.
Thank you, Ivy Killa, Mackenzie Nicole. That's the daughter of Travis O'Gwen. Sorry. Anyway.
I'm trying to remember. There's a song where he's like, he goes through the whole entire thing. At the end, he says, and it's Travis.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's on this fucking album. I'm surprised that you don't. Am I fucking retarded?
No, wait. I'm just throwing this out there, but I just don't remember that. But it's Travis.
This song's
It might be past what I'm thinking, but
Might be.
we might be past where I heard that, but.
Ubi. This guy's name is Ubi.
This
is Ubi from Cess Crew.
This dude's really dope.
No, I don't know him.
Yeah, it's Ubi.
This was one of the best verses on the album.
Yeah, this dude kills it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a white dude from Cess Crew.
Oh.
I mean, he's like talking about all the work he put in and shit. Like, it's dope as shit. That's great. That's a good line right there.
That line is dope. Capturing capital. Yeah, this song's pretty dope. I like it. I don't understand I metamorph, like what he's saying.
It doesn't mean shit. I metamorph. Like really, dude.
I mean, it's Tech N9ne for you. That's corny shit.
Everything's got to be like a. Just write it. I metamorph. Why does it have to be I met a morph? Like morph, like the character in X-Men?
Well, he has at the very beginning of the song, he's like, I did this and then I met a morph. You're like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck he's even saying.
Dumb.
It doesn't even make sense.
No. Problem at the pump. Oh yeah.
So I found, I kind of was looking into it a little, and I found the only mention I can find on the album was on Badge of Honor, where he was talking about if Travis was black. Where he said,
he said Vajamama.
Was it that fucking early? Holy shit. I thought it was way later in the album.
yeah, this is some BS. No matter how hard a brother got to work, he jerked by his people that treat him evil like he cursed, the turf. Because the verse went in reverse, so he hurt the church. They call you Illuminati when you spurt from dirt, slave-ass mentality when you lavish the pack. Thinking I'm a slave and say my lab is a trap. They wouldn't speak a fucking word if Travis was black.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. So that was on that one?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what?
And that's not like I wouldn't say that's this. I think he's basically saying like, you know, if Travis was a black dude, we would have been like a hood miracle type thing. But no, now because I have a white guy on the label or whatever.
So when I listened to this album, I think I heard that song way later than it was supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
Because I listened to this on YouTube and it might have been on like, you know, on a mix or something. I don't know.
Well, no, I mean it makes sense because YouTube might put them in order of the tracks, and track like 4 would come after 10. It would go 1, and then it would go to 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20s, 2, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know I listened to this.
It just reads the first number. That's how computers do it.
I
They
typed
read the
in
first
Bliss
number and put it in
full
order.
album, and it threw in videos from like years ago too. It wasn't even like on the album.
It was just showing you blissful albums.
Oh, is this Benny and the Jet?
Look, listen, this skit made me laugh. By the way, this is the skit at the beginning where the white dudes were like shooting them up or whatever, which was stupid. But listen to how bad the acting is from this girl.
Oh, this was horrible.
Listen to this shit.
Even the dude, I mean, it was horrible.
Oops, hold on.
With people from all walks of life. No fights, no problems. But as soon as we get off this light love high, everything is so violent.
Music brings people together. But from what I've seen all over the world, people don't like each other.
Dude, what are you
Sound
talking
like a
about?
child.
People don't like each other.
What are you talking about, man? That's some good acting. Four people thought that was good, so that means it's good.
Like why did they let that slide? Like that was obviously someone they know. Like they did not hire an actor. Like
I mean, but you see what I'm
Was it
saying
supposed
about
to sound
art?
like an
Art in
interview?
general, you realize what's good and what's bad.
yes,
Like,
of course.
You realize like, okay, that's acceptable in an album thing, but is
Yes.
it really that great of an art?
No, that's bad art.
Yes.
This song is the shit.
It's got an awesome beat.
When I heard this, I thought it was Deer Alley, like they hit a deer.
I literally, I thought that too. I was like, this dude's really running out of things to write about, so he wrote a sad song about hitting deer. That's weird, dude.
Right.
But literally, the first verse is about that. Yes, but it's a metaphor for people in the hood getting stuck. Like getting caught at in the light, and like there's all kinds of like metaphors and shit. And it's actually really dope.
I want to thank you for being able to explain that to me.
Yeah.
Okay, you're
'Cause I
welcome.
really fucking didn't get it.
Yeah, it makes sense on verse 2.
It's like a song. Yeah, it's literally just a song about like black people being mowed down and killed needlessly, basically.
Now I was
And
playing.
not necessarily killed, but victimized in
Yeah.
general.
I was playing a game during this song when it came on, and I was trying to listen to it, but it just didn't capture my attention.
it sounds boring, but it's actually it's one of those songs that's you listen to the lyrics and you'll appreciate it.
Yeah. I remember by the end of it, I was like, man, I think the song was about something, and I missed it.
Oh, that's what it is. He's saying that he said evolution, like it doesn't matter. They just keep repeating the pattern. Like they keep staring in the lights, and like they just can't get out of it. You know, like it's like a cycle. Like
that's pretty dope. Actually,
it is a dope.
That's a really that's a kind of a cool idea.
It's a dope metaphor.
Like the fact that the deer still can't get out of just staring at lights and getting hit.
Yeah.
When I think the lights they're talking about, it's like fame.
Like it's just attractive. Yeah.
Yeah, the lights are like fame, jewels, money, glitz, glamour.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. Actually,
that's the thing. Instead of trying to like get out, you're just staring at the lights and you let it kill you.
Yeah.
You stay in
Aaron,
the same,
if you don't mind if I call you that, that's actually a really good idea. I don't think
metaphorically.
I don't like the song, but I think that idea is genius.
Yeah.
I really do.
It's really well done.
Yeah, that's a sick ass metaphor for that whole situation too. Got to keep your head in the game, man.
You got more?
Of course I do. Tech shit is forever.
Yeah.
Tech shit is forever.
Yeah, girl. Yeah, they really talk like that. Ivy killer.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Maybe I did make it through this whole album.
more of that tech shit. Oh yeah, put some of that shit on. Hell yeah, girlfriend.
So I hear.
I love how you. That sounded like some South Park shit. That sounded like a new South Park character.
Hi, boys.
It's good to be in your school.
When I got to Deer Alley, I thought I was like halfway through the album, but apparently I was near the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This song is kind of weird. It's a little.
Yeah, so that is what it is, Derek. It was taking the first number of the track and putting those in alphabetical order. You know what I mean? So it would put your ones, and then it would go through 11, shit like that, and then. I'm just saying because it's done that before. Like when I downloaded Wordplay's albums, that's how they play. Whenever I play them at work, they go. It starts with track 1 and then it goes to 11.
Oh, weird.
Because
okay.
when
and then it goes
I listen
to
to
2
this
after that.
when I listened to this, what was it? The song I'm talking about was way later. The one with
Badge of Mama?
Travis.
Badge of Mama.
Yeah, Badge of Honor was way later.
Mama.
Badge of Honor was like the Badge of Honor was like in the middle of the fucking
Badge of
album.
Badge of, you should have named it Badge of Honor.
Look, I'm married. Okay, there's only one badge of honor in my book.
And that's mom's.
That's the only badge I honor. Is my mommy's.
That's weird. That reminds me of like the fucking mom, son, stepson.
My lady, I
bullshit.
just spit on that sucker.
Dude, what sucks is like what sucks is stepmom porn rules because it's always like MILFs and stuff, and like I like that, but it just sucks that you have to deal with the whole like dynamic.
That.
Yeah,
dude, I hate just the concept of like I'm scrolling and I'm like, ooh, she's fucking nice titties,
and then it's her talking about her son,
like, dude,
and
I
it
don't
starts
need
in
that.
and it's like first person camera of someone walking in the room and she's laying on the bed in shorts and you're like, ooh, damn, she's
Hey,
looking
what's
good.
up, bud? Come join us.
What up? But and then she's like, ooh, damn, she looks good as fuck. And and then you hear him say like, hey, Dad's not home. And then I'm like, here we fucking go. You know what I mean? This is stepbrother porn.
Dude,
and then you look at the title, and it's like stepsister taken by surprise.
I look up porn, and then I'm like, man, she's hot as fuck, dude. Hell yeah, let me type her in. And then it's all step fucking.
Exactly, bro. What is this phenomenon of wanting to watch stepbrothers and stepsisters fuck each other, bro? What is that phenomenon?
When I see that
Hey,
shit,
welcome Shane to the show.
I know there's
guys?
no rules.
I'll get him on here.
Homeboy
dude,
Shane.
I want to say when I see that shit, I go lit,
If
but
you,
I don't. I get harder.
I was going to say, if you actually go into the Deck One Delt history, we have photos of us back in Peoria, 2001. Shane was in that photo, actually.
What's up, guys?
You can't see him at this point. He is off camera. But
I've been on the pod before.
yeah.
We're listening to the newest Tech N9ne album.
Yeah,
right,
we're
pretty
almost done with it. But
Yeah, it's okay. It's it's what you would expect, I guess.
yeah, it's
Being an
It's
old
an
school
album.
Tech N9ne fan,
an album. Yeah.
it's
I don't think I've
I dig
listened
it.
to
It's an album.
he's got a song called Badge of Honor,
Close.
and he rhymes it with Vag of Mama.
I got it.
Is that how you got on the
When I came
stepmom
from
porn
the
thing?
Yeah, that's where we started talking about the stepmom porn. Yeah, exactly. That's where we. That's how we got on this. But
You just see my right bike.
That's all right. You can lean in a little bit. That's the best I could do.
Yeah, that's the closest it gets.
I'll be right back.
But yeah,
I don't need to be on camera. I just came down to hang out with you guys.
Hell yeah.
Welcome, man.
If Kyle would answer his phone ever, you guys would know
hey,
that. But
Kyle, I'm in the middle of
guy doesn't look at his phone, but like every 3 business.
I'm in the middle of a
Right.
I'm in the middle of a podcast over here. Come
It's
on,
important
man.
business.
I'm glad
man.
you joined us,
when
man.
We're
Thanks.
hanging out with all the deckheads. It's important business.
Yeah, man.
Very good.
Yeah, we love it.
So yes, the Tech N9ne had this new album came out like last week, or the week before maybe.
Yeah.
But we just figured we'd go over it because it was in the ether, But
Absolutely.
it's pretty good. I like it. They're not really that big into it. But.
The last album I listened to was probably what was after Absolute Power.
Everready?
Everready is the last album.
Really? Holy shit! You've been out for a
That
grip.
was like 2003.
Oh God! Yeah, he's like
He's had
the
like
last-
14
he's like-
albums since then.
He's like
Yes.
the last time I listened to Tech N9ne was when we were like yelling, "Mike Jones, who? Mike Jones."
Literally, yeah.
Yeah. Jeez, that era.
Maybe
Remember
I don't know.
that
I've
guy?
maybe have heard a couple tracks here and there.
Yeah.
on a follow-up
You heard the one with The
albums.
Rock,
Like that's
right?
the last. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
But I mean, like straight listen throughs. That's the last album.
No, yeah, same. I haven't listened to much. Well, that's what I keep saying about this album. Is Tech N9ne is a playlist artist where like I love it if it pops up on a playlist. I'm like, oh, nice, and I'll bump it. But after I listen to like 3 songs in a row, at this point, I'm like, all right, I'm tired of Tech N9ne.
I don't
I
think
got to turn it off.
I don't think artists in general make playthrough albums anymore. Anyway,
Not very much. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, we were talking about this before the show started. That everybody's following the waterfall method right now. That's what like where you drop a song,
Right.
and then like maybe a video with that song or whatever, and then maybe anywhere from 2 weeks to a month later you drop another song, and then you do another song, and then after you drop 3 or 4, then you'd release an album.
and
You
people
don't
want to
hype-
grab all the singles off of that.
Yeah, and like you didn't really have to hype that album. It's just you release songs and then you're still making songs in between the releases of those, and then when it drops, there's already been buzz. People are already interested, and they'll buy your album just because you've already given them 4 tastes.
But
of
you
what
don't
to
really
expect.
put much effort into the other tracks.
Well, no, you put a lot of effort. You make an album and everything still, but the main point is they say since you're releasing one in this current landscape with the way media is portrayed now, releasing that one song gives you time for those streams to get up, for the shares, instead of dropping a whole album where now 15 tracks are on people. No one is going to pay attention. to
Yeah,
15
so like the
tracks at
Taylor
once.
Swift method.
Yeah, waterfall. Everybody, yeah, that's what the whole industry's following that shit. If you watch all your favorite artists, that's what you'll get. You'll get 3 or 4 singles spaced 2 to 4 weeks apart, and then boom, album drops.
By the way, this song fucking sucks.
Yeah, this was really rough. this was I turned this one off after about 20 seconds. I was like, all right, I heard the album.
Have you guys pre-listened?
I was
to
like,
the
that
album?
counts.
Yeah, this is the last
Yeah,
song.
we
I
always
think the
listen to
last 2 songs I did not listen to on this. I couldn't make it.
Yeah, that Too Happy was okay, but like that song, he's talking about depression, and he almost like it's so surface level that it's like cringy almost about like it's essentially just saying like just be happy, quit being a bitch, like life's hard, like that's the vibe I got. But this song I literally don't even understand because it's boring as fuck.
What I wanted.
Not one of my favorites.
Not to backtrack, but is there any good songs on there?
Yeah, they know me. They know me.
Yeah,
There's probably like 5 or 6 really good songs.
Is there a video for They Know Me?
There's like 5 or 6 like good songs, but there's like only like I would say like 3 like dope songs.
Okay, well
Really
that's still
dope
impressive.
songs. Yeah.
Another Hex song you should check out, This Wicked Shit Is Life, or Wicked Shit Is Life. That's another dope-ass Hex song.
Again, I haven't listened to Tech in like a decade, but or more apparently.
Yeah, this
20
song,
years,
this
2
song's
decades.
really dope.
Does he have a million features on that shit?
Yes.
On the album, yeah. But
Yes,
they're usually,
Joyner-
a lot of them are good.
I know you know Joyner Lucas.
Of course.
Yeah, he's on here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's got Joyner on the track.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite song on the album.
This is definitely the most fun song.
What's fast pume?
He's just saying fast, you know, like
Yeah, like a fucking Looney Tunes cartoon type shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
they know me.
If you would have put, I wish you would have put a sound effect on that.
Yeah, that would have been sweet.
I just started on my new record called Bliss, right? A new LP, right? A new album called Bliss.
This is just a random video on YouTube.
Look, does he have a big monster thing that he sprays on? Like, if he did, that would be legit.
Blissful as fuck.
You're like Monster Fago.
He sprays monster
He's
on the
like,
crowd.
I didn't take this fucking idea from ICP. I took it from No Limit. No Limit used to spray 40s in the crowd.
Like burns the fuck out of your
I
eyes.
didn't take this idea. Yeah, right.
It's called They Know Me.
People are having heart attacks in the middle of the concert. It's been getting in my mouth.
How old is Tech?
I like that. He's like
50?
51, 50,
Yeah.
51. I like that little TV though he's got in the back. That's pretty
Yeah, it
cool.
is.
Yeah, that stage set
With
is
an old tube-style TV.
legit. Yeah, like a CRT television.
Yeah.
It just doesn't slap the same now that he doesn't have his entourage, bro. Like when he had Cut and Chris with him, that was the trifecta. That shit used to, when they had like their choreographed moves and shit, it was so fucking hype. But now he's just on the stage alone, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just him carrying the show.
But look, he's killing it.
Not as much as he used to, bro. He's still a venomous
He doesn't have the
lyricist, don't get me
hair
wrong, bro.
and shit. Like he doesn't have the presence.
He's not dancing as much. Like he used to have these gigantic choreographed moves for every song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now
But it's also a brand new song.
He's
Give
doing
him a
the
break.
standing and rapping. It's kind of like when you
Give him a
watch.
break. It's a brand new song.
Oh, dude, I don't cut break. No, look, listen, I don't cut breaks with performance.
That's the thing about
It's
that
kinda
kind of
like-
sets him and other rappers apart because most rappers are trash to watch perform.
Bro, he's
You know what I mean? It's
well,
garbage.
and I brought that up. There's some rappers who I think are genius rappers.
Yeah.
Tyler the Creator's one of them. Genius rapper, one of the worst shows you'll ever see in your
of
life.
course.
It's just like, oh, bro, like
Some of my
bring a
favorite
pillow, bro.
Some of my favorite rappers I've seen perform live, and it's garbage.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just not.
Remember
everybody
Bone
can
Thugs
perform.
at the Gathering, like way back in the day?
Yeah.
that shit was horrendously bad.
Yeah. Well, Bone Thugs.
I tell you, one of my favorite rappers I ever saw live. That he is my favorite rapper, and he was one of my favorite performances. Was
Okay.
Idea.
Idea.
Oh yeah, I could see
Yeah.
that.
Well, Idea is legit because he's a freestyler. You know what I mean?
And Brother Ali. Brother Ali. Was
Yeah,
dope.
Brother Ali.
I never
Brother
got to
Ali
see
was
Brother Ali,
super
though.
dope.
Yeah, but
fucking
Brother
live.
Ali has such a presence about him. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's different.
Then with the Tech N9ne
I
album.
think Tech has still got a presence to him.
He does for sure.
Yeah. Like just when you see him, he
Yeah.
he could be 60 years old and
That's
you look
true.
at him and you're like, he's still dope.
Yeah, just the Tech of the past was like this
Yeah.
animated, crazy.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot going on stage.
Maybe we have the nostalgia glasses on, but I don't think so. I think that was his peak. And I don't think he's whacked by any means now.
Oh, I'm not
but
saying it,
holy
yeah.
fuck, I can remember Absolute Power listening to that album and being like, what the fuck is this? Like being floored at how perfect it was. And like every song just hit so hard. You know, I don't get that from Tech now.
Yeah, but everybody has.
But he doesn't have to do that anymore. He's older. He's established a fucking legacy, a dynasty, really, a KC dynasty. He's making his money. He doesn't need to do that. He's already proven himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's kind of like where Eminem.
he actually is, like monetarily.
I mean,
You still have people on the flip side that are still.
Let me
proving
ask you.
themselves that have
Let me
been in
ask
the
you
game,
something.
Like him.
You just mentioned Eminem. How amazing
Him gets better and better with time.
Okay,
I really do believe
lyrically, but how
Lyrically.
like as far as watching him visually on a stage, what would it be like?
No,
You
I think the
at this
best era
point?
for watching a show, I think, would have been the peak of the Slim Shady era.
Yeah.
The peak when he had.
But do
the
you think
budget.
he would really? But do you think he would really be that much better than like Tech or something on stage at this point?
Right now? No, absolutely not. I see what you're saying. Right now, Eminem is the same as Tech.
Yeah.
If you're watching him on stage now, he's walking back and forth rapping a fucking
Extremely
rap.
slow.
Yeah, but he has a huge
because you're
budget
old
for stuff in the
But
background.
even ICP has a live ass fucking one of the livest shows in
Yeah.
entertainment.
They actually
And
still
even
do
then-
crazy shit.
Yeah, but even now, if you watch them now, bro, they don't have the energy they used to, bro.
No, of course
Jay
not.
used to be jumping the entire thing. Now they're doing the walk across stage. Even Shaggy on his solo tour, like he's just kind of doing like the flexing back and forth thing. Which don't get me wrong, it's still going to be a great show because they know how to work a crowd, but it doesn't have the same energy they used to have when they're younger. When you get old, you lose that vigor, bro. It just happens.
No,
That's life, bro.
no, don't tell me that.
Yes. Yes, bro.
No.
Yes, fellas. I'm sorry, guys. I hate to break the news.
Bro, you
to
should hear these controversial topics we've been talking about today.
Throw a
I'm
couple
just
at me.
saying.
I'll give you
This
my.
guy-
I'll
this
give you
guy-
a 3-second clip.
This
like,
guy
clip of
was
what I
ranting about real singers for 15 minutes.
Yo, have you heard the new Eminem Melly Mel battle?
mean. No.
You haven't?
No.
Oh, see, there you go. I don't know if we should talk about that on the show. Like, we've
Ranting
already
about-
talked about it on the show, but like Eminem made a verse to Melly Mel of Grandmaster Flash, like
Okay,
a fucking
yeah,
legend
yeah.
of the game, and then Melly Mel released a diss track to him, which is easily probably the worst response of all time.
Yeah, of course.
Give him credit because he's a fucking legend, but he came in with like a old, zip zap zippity doop dap to do.
Why did Why the
type
fuck did
fucking
M
flow.
go after him? That makes
Fucking-
no sense.
Oh, hey, what are you coming at me? I'm about to make you history.
Oh, by the way-
you're an Eminem. You can't see. Look at you. You're just a candy. Like,
Hey,
Like-
I know you're promoting Eminem, but have you seen the battle that Sly won.
Yes.
At the gathering.
Yeah,
You saw that?
Actually, I came down and hung out with Kyle.
Yeah.
I think it was like 2 days after, the day after you guys did the pod.
Yeah.
And he was showing me all the shit. That's dope.
To be
That's
fair,
sweet, man.
not as good as I could have, but I've been practicing though.
To come out. I mean, you haven't been doing that in a long time and come out on stage.
There's word that
he
next
mentioned
year,
Derek like put you up and
there's word that
signed you up
next
for
year
it.
McNasty's gonna make a visit and battle me. So I got to be ready for that shit. Bud.
I don't even know what that means.
McNasty's a really sick ass MC.
Oh,
one
okay.
of the dopest in the underground in my opinion. But
All right.
he's gonna be at the. He's also a watcher of the show, and he's gonna be at the next gathering.
Okay.
When we were mentioning in our gathering episode, he was like, "I'll battle you."
All right, that's
and it was
dope.
like, respect.
Some actual competition.
Exactly. Because I was kind of commenting.
Which
on that,
makes
so
you
he's
bring
gonna
your
show up.
level up too.
Yeah. You got it. You got it. Exactly. It'll make it interesting. I want to make that shit like epic. You know what I mean? Like, because last year I noticed like people were like leaving after like a little. Yes, he says in chat, battle is on. But people say like
Sorry, McNasty.
People were kind of leaving,
disrespect.
but no, McNasty's a like no, I'm not gonna say like this is not hand wash. Like I know when I'm walking into a hand wash, you know what I mean, and that's kind of how like I felt for the most part last year. There were some good MCs, but like I didn't feel like ooh shit, this is somebody who will like keep me on my toes.
Was he at the gathering this year?
No, he was not at the gathering this past year. He was 2 years ago, but I wasn't at that one. So it's like I've never got to meet the dude. But like I said, like back in like the Deck 1 era of like the Joker's cards when we were going to gatherings and shit, he was pretty much at the top of the Juggalo. Where it was like him, V Sinister, and Class. Like they were like the pinnacles, like the three base of the top of the Juggalo. What I would say the Juggalo rap world. V Sinister kind of took off a little bit further, and Class is still doing his thing too. But like McNasty's still been running hard in the hip hop game, underground hip hop game since then. Yeah, he's got like a long ass rap history.
He's a listener of the show.
Yeah, and I mean he's been with a lot of legendary motherfuckers and shit. Yeah, cool with Ends, Robbie.
Oh,
Cool
really?
with him. Yeah, cool with him too. Yeah.
Did he go to the gathering?
So there's like serendipitous connections there. Yeah, serendipitous connections.
Is it back at the same spot every year, pretty much? Now?
Thornville, Ohio.
I hope. Yeah,
you should come next year, man.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll be there.
Come on, dude.
Bro, you should.
Like you don't even have to
it's a
stay.
blast,
we
bro.
go home every night, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know that, but
Right.
like,
I can't camp no more, bro.
Just come up.
If it was in
man.
another state, if they had it in another
for
state.
the record, the
I'd
camping
be-
is not the reason I'm not going.
No, I know.
Man, I can't camp. That's,
Well,
like,
you're
that's
also,
a deal
like,
breaker.
He's all like
I got little kids and
None
shit.
of us
baby,
camped,
baby.
man.
Yeah.
We left every night by like what, midnight?
well, no, I stayed till like 5 a.m. one night.
You
but that was to
did.
see Lardy B.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to, she was
You
on
did,
at,
but
3
every one of
a.m.
us else, we were out by midnight, man.
Yeah.
We're back home.
I think you told me recently.
That was the night
mind you, I
before the
haven't-
battle, actually.
Mind
'Cause
you, I haven't
remember
gone
was
in like
sleeping.
20 fucking years, but you said it's like a thing to flash your asshole at people now.
Oh,
No,
I can
people
get,
ask
I
you.
get into that.
I
Like,
know
yeah.
you got it. I know you got that beautiful asshole,
Bro, we've seen it hundreds of times. It was your Christmas card last year. I remember
Show that
opening
puppy
it up.
off. The Juggalos
But it's
deserve
that's
it.
like a kind
Yeah.
of between friends kind of thing, you know? what I mean?
It's not that they're necessarily demanding it. It's like show your tits when in first era.
Yeah,
you know?
it's- I
I remember our
see the
gatherings in
correlation.
first deck era. Like we would have in the gatherings. I remember holding signs and having lines
yeah,
of like
titty walkway, baby.
yeah, a titty walkway of 100 fucking people and girls walking by, and we harassed them like show your tits, show your tits, like
Dude.
as they walk through. Like we did that. The only thing is now it's just random people will yell.
When I
out,
go to the
show us your
gathering-
butthole.
Yeah.
and I like that because it's more equal.
When I go to the gathering now,
guys
they're
can
like,
join in too. You know,
they're like, show me your asshole, and I'm like, man, you haven't met my dude yet. Like, I'll bring him here. I'll show you an asshole.
yeah. And we were talking about you.
He said, "You want an asshole? I'll show
I'll
you
show
an
you an
asshole."
asshole.
He's
Yeah.
a huge dickhead. He's
Yeah,
not
you
necessarily
show the
showing his
ass.
asshole.
There's like they'll go. Oh, wow, okay.
No, I mean, I guess I don't. Back to Derek's point from earlier of like aging yourself and getting older and slowing down and shit. I guess like I'm more of a fan of tits instead of like a 40-year-old dude's asshole. I don't know.
By the way, was that last
To be
video?
fair, sometimes it's overweight 40-year-old women's assholes. To be fair, you know.
If you're showing asshole, it's probably not an asshole you want to see.
Was that last
probably
video
not,
of
but
him
there-
like
there are some
meeting
nice
people
assholes,
that didn't
bro.
know?
See some nice assholes at the gathering, man.
What other controversial?
Oh man, you're fucking beautiful puckered asshole. I think you would be a hit there. You should go.
Your beautiful pink puckered
Look,
asshole.
I'm not denying that Shane has a beautiful pink buckled asshole, but can we get on to something else for the listeners?
Yeah, for sure.
Because right now this is becoming the Shane's asshole episode.
To be honest, I don't think you've convinced me to go to the gathering.
Keezy,
by
bring up
saying
one
I
of the
can show my
pictures.
asshole.
Hey, bring up one of the pictures you have.
Oh, Shane's asshole. All right.
Yeah, right.
Let me pull up.
It's your desktop picture.
I know. Let me pull up one of my Shane. Let me pull up a good one though. Let me pull
Shane
my
asshole
Shane's asshole folder.
Yeah. Get the one you took
You know
in
what you
portrait
should
mode.
do? If you don't come for, you should at least come for the battle.
Yeah, man.
All right.
You wouldn't pay $220 to watch me battle live instead of watching it in a clip?
I've seen you battle
Conveniently,
hundreds of
you
times.
don't want to pay $230 to watch me battle live instead of conveniently in a small clip showing only the parts where I rap? Why wouldn't you?
Why'd they zoom in on her tits?
Hold on. Let's go back.
What the flying fuck? They literally
I mean,
zoomed in.
are you complaining?
They zoomed in.
Wait,
on
are
her
you
Because they're
complaining?
nice tits, homie.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm complaining.
All right, hold on.
That's-
He's talking about things he
Literally,
likes. I like
that's
those
like-
titties.
That's
No.
no.
To me, lucky me, I got that and really court her truly. I like Victoria's Secret for her boobies.
Victoria's Secret. That's why.
Oh yeah, that's what he says. And thankfully, because he said he's like I got Victoria's Secret for her boobies, and thankfully for because of my mother. And then I'm like, he says I love horror movies.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the part where you thought he was acting a little sus, and then he continues the bar, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, go back one
you
more time
saved
here.
it. Yeah, because it sounds like he talks to his
me,
mom.
I got that and really court her truly. I like Victoria's Secret for her boobies, and because of my mother, I like horror movies. What really moves me is having to get together with who we know. When they leave, I clean up and I listen to who we know.
This
you know
video
what?
is corny as.
You know what
fuck,
though?
dude.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. I like this. I like Tech N9ne being in front of a microphone with a band like a fucking corny ass.
This is
like,
corny as fuck.
like a corny ass like big band type of shit. It's kind of cool.
There was a video
I
though.
just showed his flip flop.
To be
Because
fair,
he's talking
there
about
wa-
Yankee candles.
Yeah, to be fair though, there was a video
He
I
says
thought
stanky sandals, and then he drives with Yankee candles.
I've seen.
Hold on, wait. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I've seen a video of this that was not this. It was like him in like a stadium or something, Kansas City Chiefs or something, and instead it was a lot better than this. Yeah, it was like the same. It was Tech N9ne I like, but like a Kansas City version, like where he's in the Chiefs stadium rapping. Yeah, that green screen is atrocious,
That is-
homie.
hold on, I'm gonna go back to the.
Oh yeah, but that chick, bro, she's fire.
yeah,
Look
she
at
is
that.
fine, dude.
That's
Oh,
his
yeah.
chick, isn't it?
I don't know.
No,
is it?
man.
I
Should
think
be.
that's his chick.
No, that's my chick.
Well, he said in the lyrics, he pointed at her when he said, "I got a thing at home" or whatever.
yeah,
he pointed at her.
Yeah.
Well,
He
I
wi-
mean that night. Yeah.
He wish. I know, Aaron. You wish that was your chick.
Aaron.
Shit. You know how much? Look, that's one thing. That's kind of like when people talk shit about Prince. I'm like, you can talk all the shit you want about Prince. You know how much pussy that dude's gotten? And that's kind of like Tech N9ne.
breaking.
That
Well,
dude has had.
Bro,
had-
who
he
the
has
fuck
had
is
more
talking shit
pussy-
about Prince?
He had more put. I'm just saying, motherfuckers talking shit. Oh, a lot of people talk shit about Prince,
Wow.
saying he's like fruity. Like,
Wow.
oh, he's a fruity little motherfucker.
Rude.
Like, I used to hear that shit. Like, bro, you can call him fruity, but he's getting mad fucking pussy.
By the way, who was playing the guitar on that? They were doing triads. Very
don't know.
nice. Very nice.
But yeah, same thing with Tech, man. Like that dude, even when he did that rinky-dink ass show in Circleville that we went to at the Circleville Fair, he got laid by like 3 girls before he left. He brought 3 girls because when we were trying to talk to him after the show, we were talking to him for a minute, and then he was talking to this chick. He went off into the SUV for like 10 minutes. Then they came out. He like talked to fans a little bit, went with another one into the SUV for like 10 minutes, came out. Wonder what the fuck was going on in that SUV for 10 minutes. Let's
You
be
know,
for real. what I mean?
when I was gone, I was in there with him.
You were you're the I was gonna say you were the third.
Yeah,
you were
I
the
was-
third brought
Yeah,
in.
you know when you were looking for me for a little bit, I was there.
Yeah, I do. Like I was like, where the fuck is Derek at? And then he like came out. And I was like, did you get a milkshake? And he's like, I did. Yeah. Life in his.
I was there.
He's like,
I was trying to teach
how
you
do
something
think-
that night.
He's
but
like,
you
how do
couldn't.
you think? Where do you think I got that Airbrush Tech T-shirt?
Exactly, man. I was trying to help you out that night, but you didn't want to follow.
You're right. I
Earlier,
didn't.
Kyle, you mentioned some controversial stuff, and then you
I
said he was
regret
talking
it.
about like singers. That's like not that. What
Well,
other
I mean, we were arguing.
about?
I was arguing about what a good singer is. Okay.
Okay.
And we said, if you sing, you're a singer. And he said, no, you got to be good at singing to be a singer. And
Yes.
it's like, no, bro, if you
That was
sing, you're a
controversial.
singer.
What do you think? If you're a good singer, are you a singer? Or if you just try to sing, are you a singer?
I think attempting. it's the same conversation for like an artist. Like,
Okay.
you like just paint? Are you an
Yeah,
artist?
yeah.
Right.
Or do you have to
Yeah.
do fucking Da Vinci?
Yeah, and I think we got to that. that. I was basically like, yeah, you can try to paint and shit.
We also said
There's levels to this
we also
shit,
had a
yeah.
deep conversation about 9/11 being an inside job.
Yeah. And
We
Flat
watched-
Earth.
We watched the
Flat
new
Earth.
Hex and Shaggy video. We should show him, see if he likes it, because he's definitely not in the Juggalo world anymore.
He won't like it.
Whoa,
He
what do you
could.
mean,
Look, show
man?
him.
I could
Show
love
him.
it.
Yo, show him Hex and Shaggy. Show him.
I don't even know who
Show him,
Hex
bro.
is.
We'll show it twice. What if they didn't watch on the beginning of the show? Show it again. Maybe Shane will like it. Hex is a West Coast rapper, bro. He's a Juggalo.
I will, but we got to wrap it up.
Just
Guys,
snap-
we're
yeah,
trying to
and then we'll wrap
convince
it
we're
up.
trying to convince somebody right now that they might like this. So
Yeah.
stick around.
I'm just saying, bro. This is a non-Juggalo listener. You know what I mean? Not at all in the life anymore. Been 20 years. Here we go.
Yay!
Saying it's just lit.
Still need a shout out on what that sample is.
That's definitely from Carnival. This is Detroit, I think. It's got to be. Am I wrong?
Maybe.
There's no city that looks this bad, besides Detroit.
No, see, there's a palm tree right back there. I just saw one in the
Oh,
distance.
are you lying to me, bro?
No, I swear to God, bro.
Don't you lie
I
to
just
me,
saw-
bro.
Look, back there in the distance, you can see palm trees.
Yeah, I guess
Yep.
so. I guess
See?
you're right. You might be
In the
right.
background?
Yep. You might be right. That could be Arizona, right? You're talking about Arizona?
Yeah. Arizona, maybe. L.A. or something.
He said MC Breed, no future in your frontin'. Thank you, McNasty.
I mean, I think Shaggy's looking okay for 50.
Oh, yeah.
He's looking all right.
Great for 50.
Yeah. If I can look like that at 50, I'll be all right. Give me 10 years. If I look as good as Shaggy at that point, I don't know. We'll see.
All right. I'll take it. All right. Shane, unedited review, unedited opinion. What do you think? Keep it real.
How am I reviewing?
Just keep it real.
What
What
are
do
the
you think?
parameters?
Just all like
When I bump
overall.
this shit, like
Do you like it, I guess?
Yeah, do you like it? Would you bump it, etc.? All that. Yeah.
Nah, probably not.
Would
What,
you
bump
bump
it?
it?
No.
Or
Okay.
But do you like? Do you kind of like it?
I don't think it's terrible. I wouldn't like turn it off if it came on.
Oh yeah, I got you. But
But
you're
it's not
gonna
really
put-
my style.
You're not gonna put it in your playlist or
No.
nothing. Okay, got you.
Okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough, man. Fair enough.
It's not like complete garbage or anything.
But it's
Just
like-
the
it's like-
style of it's not something I would listen.
It's
to.
like West Coast shit.
Yeah,
it
it
kind of
is
sounds like
totally.
old school
Yeah.
West Coast
It's-
shit,
that's
right?
exactly what it sounds
Yeah.
like.
It's
Yeah.
the shit.
I don't mind it.
I like it because it does sound like that old school West Coast shit. I like seeing Shaggy at 50 doing this shit. It
Yeah.
looks pretty cool.
That's why I dig it. But like I like, a lot of that West Coast hip hop too. I'm not nearly as into West Coast hip hop as I am New York hip hop. I'm nowhere close, but still, I do like a West Coast sound.
So what we're trying to paint the picture right now is us being doing our podcast, we see that ICP is kind of a legacy act at this point.
Of course.
Because
Right.
did you see where Drake? That was something we talked about. You see where Drake was wearing a Jekyll Brothers jersey?
Or
Ringmaster, yeah.
I didn't believe it.
No way.
I did not
Yes,
believe it.
He didn't believe it, but no,
That doesn't
that
even
is,
make any sense to me.
Yeah, we had already talked about this, but that was another controversial topic we had discussed where Drake was wearing a Ringmaster jersey, and this was on the Champagne Poppy's story.
That dude's a weird dude.
Yeah, he actually posted it on his story of him wearing that.
All right.
Are those Jinko jeans?
Those are some different looking jeans.
They are very. That's what I'm saying. That's a choice.
See, I didn't even notice the jeans.
Yeah, I think those might be Jinkos.
Kind of
maybe,
fucking. What
or
is he?
something.
Is he in a shower?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's
Pretty
just.
sure his shower's the size of his
What?
fucking house.
Well, you think he's wearing that out? I don't
Is that
think.
his
I don't
shit?
think he's
He
wearing it
just-
out, bro.
He took it off
Look,
right after
look
this
at them
photo.
kicks, though, bro. Them kicks
Those
are
look like
goofy.
moon boots.
Those are goofy as fuck. Them kicks look like Q-tip. Like, what are you wearing on your feet, Drake? Are those slippers? I don't know.
ICP's always been like kind of that niche thing that like
It's rough.
you know, most of the mainstream doesn't understand. Maybe this is his attempt to like, I don't know.
I think they're getting mainstream now. I think they're really.
Well, that's what I think. I think it's just a fashion.
That's the album
like,
what Carnival.
I think it's an ironic fashion choice. He's wearing it.
If he was wearing Malenko,
like,
it would make more sense.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just makes sense. I think he just saw it and said, "Yo, that jersey's dope as fuck." And they were like, "Yo, that's ICP." He said,
"Yeah, I used to own that jersey."
Yeah, he said, "I don't give a fuck." Yeah, he's like, "I want it." Yeah, so, boom.
That's hilarious.
You remember when so when we were in school, we saw people wearing like Grateful Dead and
of course,
and
it's
like
kind of
Pink,
that's exactly
Pink
what this
Floyd.
is.
Yes,
that's
it's
exactly what
it
this is. This is such a niche thing to like everybody has a Nirvana shirt.
Yeah,
like you're not fucking listening to ICP though. What do you know about this shit?
Yeah,
yeah.
Like I literally worshipped and grew up on Nirvana, but I don't ever wear a Nirvana
no,
shirt.
You don't. I actually have as corny as it is, have a Nirvana shirt for my 3-year-old.
Yeah.
And this little kid doesn't know shit about Nirvana.
Exactly.
You know? And see, somebody's going to test her one day. Somebody's going to walk up to her when she's 4, and they're going to be like, "What's your favorite song off of In Utero, huh? Huh? You don't know shit, you fucking poser." And she's going to be like, you know.
But
I think it's kind of
says I don't know who this speaks to. If he's
I
just
think it's kind of the same thing as like wearing like a Sex Pistols shirt or like.
Are you aware Post Malone wears a lot of ICP gear?
Yeah, but that doesn't surprise me. Post Malone is
he's a juggalo.
Dope as fuck.
Yeah, he's a juggalo for sure.
That didn't surprise me.
And Post Malone is a very like I actually like Post Malone.
No, yeah, for sure.
Dude,
I respect
I
him
literally
like
at
Post
this
Malone. He's a
point
great musician, but
after
I really do think Post is a juggalo.
100%.
Like, yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me.
I would not.
He fits the
bro.
bill.
Next year, come to the gathering because I think he's going to be at the gathering next year.
That would be dope.
Who Post?
Yeah.
No,
I don't believe so.
I don't believe just because of his label. If it was up to him, I wouldn't have any doubt that he would do it. You know what I mean? If they came to Post and said, "Yo, would you do the gathering?" He 100%. I think he'd be like, "Shit, yeah, man.
We can convince Shane to come to the gathering. If we can
man.
make him think this,
fuck yeah."
For the
dude,
record,
that sounds what's
just
up, man.
getting me to go to the gathering, Post Malone. It's not like I go to Post shows.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
230 for a Post Malone ticket. That's steep. You know.
It's not about the money, man.
Well, dude, it's worth. No, I'm just saying. If you were only going for
come and
Posty,
support the battle. Bro, come on,
I
man.
might come. We'll see.
go for
See
the
how it
good
lines
people,
out.
bro. You have to meet this dude, DC Fago guy too.
Plus, when that
he's like
isn't
one of the
that shit in,
coolest
like,
dudes
the
on
beginning
earth.
of July
Huh?
every year.
Gage, like we know some cool ass motherfuckers outside of us that you'll meet and you'll be like, damn, these are like some of the
So
coolest
check this
people I've
out.
ever met.
I let one of our listeners. We became a very good friend with one of our listeners, Gage. He stayed at my house the entire weekend.
Stevie.
And I did a portrait for his dog.
Taylor.
Dope.
Yeah.
Some dopes out. Some dope
Are you guys want to wrap this up?
Yeah, we got to wrap it up.
Kyle is bored of this shit.
I am.
Yeah, he is.
All right. Anybody else got anything? Last words? Sorry, we go for almost 2.5 hours. I don't like it.
Well, next week we have a dope guest. Speaking of McNasty, actually.
Oh, I thought that was this week. By the way,
It's supposed to be last week, and you
It
bailed
was
on us.
last week, but
didn't
you were on
bail.
vacation.
Did I bail?
Oh, because you were on vacation. Because it's so important to relax and recharge your batteries. All
right, let's
you had a podcast.
let's
you had
shuffle
a
the fuck
podcast
up
that you
out of
make
here.
absolutely no money for to be at, sir. You have responsibilities.
You've literally made every attempt to like get off.
Everything. If we would have given it 5 more minutes, he would have reached over and just turned everything off, like right in the middle of conversation. We love y'all. 1-1.
Peace.